Well, hello, folks. It's Miles Segers, and we are going to get started, guys. And I'm looking at the clock here, folks. It says 8:07 on my clock. And we are not late. I really wanted to give, in fact, I may even take a minute or two. I wanted to give people an opportunity that I invited to get on here, because people have a tendency to, arrive late sometimes. And I really, anyone who I've invited, I really don't want anybody to miss any information. So, let me kind of get myself together. How you folks doing on this wonderful Sunday evening? At least it's Sunday evening where I am. Some of you may be in Australia, you might be in Singapore, so maybe it's already Monday. So, hey, so for you guys, happy Monday. And for all the rest of you, happy Sunday evening. Listen, folks, I appreciate you being here. What I'm going to talk to you about tonight is, it's nothing short of amazing, and I'm not gonna hype it up. I'm just going to share with you something that was shared with me about 2 weeks ago. So here's the way it's going to work, guys. I did tell you that this Hangout is going to run for about maybe 2.5 hours. Yes, it's going to run that long, guys, and I really hope you folks stay to the very end. In fact, it's important that you stay to the very end if you want to get involved with what I'm doing. Now, let me be right up front with you guys, and I have some notes around here somewhere, because I don't want to get sidetracked. And I'm going to be playing a video for you. I'm going to be playing a Google Hangout webinar that I was on about a week and a half ago. And you can't find it anywhere, guys. You can't find it on YouTube. You can't find it anywhere. This is a private hangout that I was on with Vic Stryzus, and Vic introduced an incredible business model to me, and I want to be able to introduce it to you guys. And I want you to know something, folks. I didn't send out a mass email, folks. I have 2 teams. I think most of you know that. I have a lot of people on my team. I did not blindly send out an email to my team. So if you got this email from me, you've gotten it for a reason. You've gotten it because I believe, well, I know you, and I believe this is something that, I think you would be very much interested in. Also, I've worked with you before in some capacity. We've talked. You're probably on my team. But again, I didn't send this to my entire team, so there are people on my teams who didn't get it. And then if they find out, which I'm sure they will, they'll be wondering why. Well, Miles, why didn't I get an email? Well, I handpicked people who I thought would be a good fit for this new business model. Now, notice, I'm going to keep saying business model, guys, because this is not a biz op. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not another business opportunity. You could close this Hangout right now, go on the internet, or just look in your email, and you'll be flooded with new biz ops. Guys, every single day people are putting out a new biz op. Join this. Turn $5 into $1,000. Join this for $18. Guys, I know you're getting them, because I'm getting them too. Whether it's vitamin, weight loss, how to groom your dog, opportunities. There's tons of them out there. And guys, I'm not knocking all of them. All I'm letting you know is that this is not per se another business opportunity. This is a business model that I believe, and again, I handpicked you folks, and I can tell you right now, I'm going to be very upfront with you. If you decide to work with me and you see the potential and the opportunity of this business model, I want you to, I know you guys are taking notes, I hope. And guys, before we even get started, if you got your Facebook open, or you got your smartphone, your cell phone next to you, shut your phone off, or at least put it on vibrate. No, don't put it on vibrate. Turn it off or put it on mute. Close your Facebook. Guys, when we are done, folks, Facebook will still be there. Your email will still be there. So I would advise you to close those things and pay attention very carefully to the information I'm going to share with you tonight. Now, like I said, I want to get right into it, because I want to get right into it because the video itself that I'm going to share with you is about 2 hours long. And then you guys are probably going to have some questions. So maybe I'll take questions for maybe 15 or 20 minutes. But by then, guys, I don't want this to run into 3 hours. It could. So I want to keep it to about 2.5 hours. So just relax, get a cup of coffee, get something to drink. Make sure you got something to write with and take notes. And I'm hoping that technical-wise, everything goes okay with my screen. I don't freeze up. Now, I know there's some of you on this Hangout. I just got done talking about cell phones. I know there's some of you on this Hangout that do have my cell phone number, probably all of you. So if for something goes wrong or my screen freezes up, could one of you just text me, and then we'll get the problem solved? Because guys, what I'm going to share with you, this is a business model that I've embraced. I really haven't slept in the last 2 weeks, guys. And I'm always joking about, oh, I work so hard, I don't sleep. Guys, folks, can I share something with you? And we're going to get started. I'm looking at the clock. Can I share something with you guys? I don't really work that hard. I love what I do. So how can you consider that work when you love what you do? So yeah, I put a lot of hours into this business, but not because I have to. Guys, I could make, listen to me, folks, my 2 businesses that I'm in. This is number 3. I could easily make 5 figures per month spending 2 to 3 hours a day in my business because I have it systemized. I have it down to a science. I just really like what I do. So back to the sleeping thing. Yeah, I really have to blame Vic for this because this has really pretty much kept me awake for the last 2 weeks. I've been so excited about this. Folks, rather than, again, I don't want to hype it up. So we're just going to get started. And I've invited you to look at this business model. For me, and I think it's going to be for you too, for me, it was a complete paradigm shift. You know what I mean by a paradigm shift, talking about another way of thinking, looking at something the way you've never looked at it before. Now you're looking at it in a whole new light. That's what we call a paradigm shift. And I really believe it's going to be a paradigm shift for you. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. This video is going to be close to 2 hours long, not quite. Now, guys, let me tell you up front before somebody starts texting me or hitting me up on Facebook. By the way, guys, my Facebook is closed. I'll probably open it throughout the webinar in case somebody's late and they didn't get the link or whatever. But right now, I have it closed. I'm just focusing on you folks. So the Hangout webinar is going to last about close to 2 hours. Now, about 6 or 5 minutes into the video, there's going to be a black screen. Vic is going to still be talking, but the screen is going to go black. That's because he was shifting to another window. So there's going to be a black screen for about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe not even 5 minutes, about 3 to 4 minutes. There's going to be a black screen. Nothing is wrong. Webinar's still going. Vic is going to be still delivering information. I just wanted to let you know, when in the beginning, about 5 minutes into it, there's going to be a black screen for about 3 or 4 minutes. So we're going to get started, guys, and I want to just check real quick. I got some notes here, guys, so I can stay on point, but I'm not going to be doing that much talking. Vic is going to be doing most of the talking. After the Hangout/video that was recorded about 2 weeks ago, then I'll be on here to answer some questions. And what I mean, guys, I know you're not on here live with me. I wish you were. What you can do, folks, is post your comments or questions in the comments section of the Hangout. You can do that. Make sure you do that tonight because I'm not going to leave this is being recorded, guys, but I'm not going to leave it up. This is a Google Hangout platform, so Google automatically records it. Soon as we're done, I'm going to make this private, unlisted. So no one else will be able to see this. You won't be able to share this with somebody else. And I know you folks won't do that anyway. I already told you about this, guys. I want to keep this to my little inner circle. And what I mean by that is, if you decide to get involved with this new business model with me, you will become part of my inner circle for this business model. Now, again, before we get started, why am I involved in this? What attracted me to this new business model? Well, guys, I can tell you what attracted me. I'm doing extremely well online. You folks know that. You know, my wife and I were doing extremely well. What I'm looking to do, what I've always been looking to do from the beginning, and whether I found this business model or not, what I'm going to say to you, I would have accomplished it anyway. However, now I know my future is cemented. There's no room for error. I know it's going to happen. And what I'm talking about, guys, is I want to be able to leave my family a legacy. I'm talking about leaving my children a legacy, leaving my grandchildren. I only have one grandchild, by the way, guys. I know I don't look that old, but I do have a grandson. His children, my great-great-grandchildren, I want to be able to leave a legacy. And I want to be able to help other people around me who can see the vision. I want to help them to be able to do the same thing. So, guys, obviously, what I'm going to be talking to you about is going to give you a chance, an opportunity to make a lot of money. But it's not just about money for yourself. It's about being able to leave a legacy for your children, for your family, if that's what you want to do. Maybe some of you don't have a family. So I can tell you right now, folks, you're not going to be able to take it with you. So maybe you may want to start looking into some of your favorite charities who you'll be able to leave the money you will be accumulating to. And I mean that, guys, seriously. This is a major play. This is a major shift that's going to allow you folks to, I got to be careful what I say, guys, to potentially allow you folks to make a ton of money in 2015, not 2016, in 2015. The other thing is, guys, I thought this was pretty cool. This business model is going to give you guys an opportunity to get back. Now, here's what I mean by get back. I know all of you on here have invested in products, services, business opportunities. You've joined my team. You've joined different companies. You've bought products. Over the years, over the months, you folks have invested a lot of money in your business, in yourself. I know that. And again, actually, I think all of you that are invited here are probably on my team. I do have a couple close friends that I did invite, but guys, I only invited a handful of you guys. So if you are in this internet marketing space, and I know you are, you've invested a lot of money. And a lot of you are saying to yourselves, I know you are, guys. Let's just get real here. I know a lot of you have invested thousands and thousands of dollars, and you're still hanging with me, and I appreciate that. And you know you're going to have your breakthrough. But I want to say something to you folks. What if I could? I'm never going to use the word guarantee because there's no guarantees in life. I mean, there's no guarantee that any of us are going to wake up tomorrow. But potentially, you could earn all of the money back you spent from day one and all of that other stuff you joined. You can earn all of that money back and then some. The money, guys, the money you spent, and I know what most of you spent. Some of you have spent probably 10 grand on your online education. Some of you have spent 20. Folks, that's just a drop in the bucket. What if you could get all of that back and more, like by the end of 2015? You know, 10x that number. Folks, you're going to be able to do that. If you embrace what we're talking about, you see the vision, and most importantly, you take action. Now, here's my last disclaimer. It's 20 after 8. Here's my last disclaimer, and then I'm going to be quiet. If you feel that after watching this presentation, if you feel that this business model is not for you, folks, it's no problem. Again, I'm not here to put any pressure on you. Again, this business model was introduced to me. This Tuesday it's been 2 weeks now. And I just simply wanted to share it with you. If you don't think it's for you, no problem. If, as you're watching the presentation, and maybe you're 30 minutes into the presentation and you don't think it's for you, I would advise you to hang in there and watch the whole thing. But if you don't think it's for you, don't worry about it. You can just get off of the Hangout, go to bed, watch The Walking Dead. By the way, guys, new season premiere of The Walking Dead. So you can certainly watch that. And but anyway, folks, just joking with you. I know I handpicked you guys. So I know you're going to be here for the entire 2.5 hours, or who knows, guys. We may go to 3 hours. So those of you that got to work, maybe you might want to call in, let them know you're going to be a little bit late. Let's get the party started, guys. Let's see what we have here. And guys, I'm going to be looking around because I'm checking my screen. And I'm also checking if I can see any comments yet. No, you know what, guys? I don't know if I can't see the comments until later. Let me refresh the screen. You know what, folks? Let's do it this way. Oh, yeah, I can see them. Great. Yeah, you know what, this guy, I don't use this platform normally. I have a different platform that I use for my Hangouts. So comments or questions, post them. I will be checking, guys. So let's get this party started. Okay, Hangouts. All right, folks, I have to, let me close that. I have to share my screen, folks, and I get so nervous when I share my screen. Okay. I get so nervous when I share my screen because once, guys, I was getting ready to share my screen and I closed the Hangout. So hopefully, and guys, if it does, it's not going to happen. Let's not even talk about it. If it closed, I would just create a new link, send it to all of you. So let me find my screen share. Folks, do you think I'm kidding here? I've met some very wealthy people that, it's just ridiculous how much money they're making. And I did not know. I didn't talk to them about this opportunity. I did not know they were involved with this business model. But when I found out, I'm like, he's involved? She knows about it? I was just blown away. And these people knew about it even before Vic knew about it, before Vic brought it to me. Oh, by the way, guys, I got to preface this. The Hangout you're going to be watching, guys, it was a secret Hangout Vic recorded about 2.5 weeks ago. It was only for, there's a group of us called the Star Group. Vic had which one? It was a mastermind session Vic had in Las Vegas, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And people that were invited to that came out to Las Vegas to train one-on-one with Vic were part of a Star Group. And those are the people that he shared this secret meeting with. So now, even though you aren't part of that Star Group, I'm going to share it with you, hoping that you will become part of my private inner circle. So where's my screen share? I know you guys don't want to listen to me talking all night, so let's see. Desktop. What am I sharing here? I don't usually share screens, guys. Desktop. Okay. Screen is sharing now, guys. And I have another screen open where I can double check. Here's the screen I have open, guys. You can see me chatting here. So I'm sure all of you can see my screen now. I just want to be sure that you can all see it. So with that said, guys, I'm going to get started. Let me double check one more thing. You can't see me. You can hear me. Yep, I can see it going. Okay, cool. Everything is the way I want it to look. Now, guys, pay attention very carefully, guys. This is a webinar Hangout that was recorded about 2 weeks ago. It's private. You can't find this anywhere. Again, this is a Hangout Vic did live. I'm going to share with you. Guys, this is going to be just like you were invited 2 weeks ago. I'm going to share exactly with you what Vic shared with me. And then afterwards, I'm going to show you folks how you can get started, become part of this this business model. Oh, by the way, guys, during the Hangout, I may stop it here and there to point something out or to tell you folks something. So I may stop it here and there. Anyway, let's get going, guys. Sit back, relax, take notes.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to get together with get you guys together on the secret meeting, and this is literally a secret meeting. I don't want. We are going to be rolling some really pretty mind blowing stuff into the HTA community, and also moving into the future what we're going to do together. Most of you, I think all of you guys are certified partners, aren't you?
Yes.
Or HTA elite members. So, and you guys a lot of you guys are Star Group members. So I wanted to, if you guys have a background noise, if you can just mute yourself out, that'd be awesome. Yeah, you can just unmute yourself when you talk. What's up, Ella? Good to see you. So what a lot of you guys are Star Group members. So what I wanted to do and is get together with you and talk with you guys, or kind of introduce you to something I'm thinking about doing that I have not talked to anybody yet. It will be, in my opinion, perhaps, I can't, let me just preframe this correctly, right? So because I don't want people to, here's the thing, I wasn't sleeping literally, and Paul can testify, we have some team members here that's working on high traffic system, and coders and new designers is on, and these guys are working at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're Skyping each other. We can we can show you some proofs of us Skyping at 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. We're on there, we're making things happen. But I literally was not sleeping for the last good few weeks. When I say not sleeping, literally getting an hour, 2-3 hours of sleep, and then just kind of. And I know this is totally not healthy, but we got to do what we got to do to meet some deadlines and things like that. And the vision for what we're doing for High Traffic Academy is big. And so I'm totally hyped right now, but I want to contain myself. I just want to kind of talk to you as we just sat down and just hung out, at a coffee table or whatever, right? But I think it's going to be huge. So the idea, guys, is we want to introduce some things to High Traffic Academy that will be unlike anything else that this industry has ever seen when it comes to opportunities. All of you guys know, we've been, we had HTA 1.0, we had Big Idea Mastermind, it was a part of Empower Networks, that was a system for Empower Network. And we stepped into that after there was already 200,000 plus members. I think, well, maybe not quite that, maybe 190,000 members. In Empower Network, right? And we stepped into that, and so the concept, proved to work over and over and over again because of a couple things. Because of the system is one thing, and because of just the way everything was presented, and it just resonated with people, right? And I have always been interested in creating some things that would just really help average, ordinary people to go out there and make a lot of money, right? So now we're launching this High Traffic Academy as a brand, and this is what you guys see right now, and what we have right now. We're not even scratching the surface yet on this kind of stuff. It's gonna get wild, and that's a for sure thing. It's not like what we're thinking. We've got some things literally being in production right now. That is to me, when I think about it as a marketer and been in this industry for 10 years, it gets me that's what gets me going without and I don't even take Red Bull, not even coffee. So the I've kind of hinted a little bit about this on some of the webinars that we did with high traffic members. Namely, some of the things we're going to have is going to be a marketplace that will be coming out to High Traffic Academy, and to where we can roll out different offers and things like that, to people. But that kind of stuff is going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's going to allow people to make a lot of money. However, there was one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys first that I'm not even going to mention to anybody until you guys are clear on this. And the reason I wanted to get you on here is because some of you guys are just going out there and killing it, like Miles, like Ella. I know a lot of you guys out there, right? Some of you guys are not quite at that level of like you're killing it just yet, right? But you are a star group, and so you've made a significant investment to get to Vegas and to really show that you are really serious about you're not just playing around with this, right? You really want to do that. You really want to do something. So what I wanted to do is get you guys into this first on this idea. Let me hold on one sec. Can you still see me okay? This thing just...
Yeah, it works great.
Okay, you guys see my face or you see my screen?
No, we see you right now.
You see me? Okay, cool. All right, perfect. So where the heck did it go? Hold on. Okay, here's what I'm going to introduce you guys to. I'm going to introduce you to something that, and again, here's the big vision. Okay, tell me. We're going to go through this in detail, but the big vision is this: to bring perhaps the biggest and literally, without exaggeration, perhaps the most powerful, most lucrative wealth creation vehicle to the entire English-speaking population. Okay, the big vision is for.
Now, guys, here's the part I told you. Screen's gonna be black for about 3 or 4 minutes, so don't worry, you're not missing anything. Just listen, and after about 3 or 4 minutes, the visual will resume. So no worries, guys.
You personally, right? For me personally, I'm going to include myself in this group because I think that what we're going to roll out into High Traffic and then eventually to the entire English-speaking market is for there's obviously we talk about helping a lot of people, but we can't help a lot of people if we don't help if you don't help yourself first, right? So it's creating that confidence. It's really helping yourself. So there's obviously a personal benefit, and there's obviously a benefit to the community. So what is a personal benefit? At the end of the day, you're here. You're investing all this money into your online business, and we're doing what we're doing because number one, we want to make sure we support our families, right? We want to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves because we can't take care of others. We're not taking care of, we don't take care of ourselves. So personal benefit is, I really think it's the benefit is going to be total and complete financial freedom, possibly for the rest of your life. Okay, and I'm not exaggerating this. What's the benefit to the community? I honestly believe, without exaggeration, that we can. If you guys can hear me out, we can realistically, with this concept, we can realistically create 1,000 millionaires in the next 2 years. And Power Network has created, what, 15 in 3.5? Something like that. I think last I heard, we can realistically create. I believe, this is my personal belief. This is no guarantees. But this is that's my strong belief, is that we can realistically do 1,000 millionaires in 2 years. How are we going to do this? Well, let me give you some concepts, some facts. Okay, this idea that I'm going to talk to you about, it's not theory. It's not something that is just like way out there. It's been proven. So here are some of the facts. So this concept has created already as of right now, it's created over 5,000 millionaires in just the last 7 years. Over 200 millionaires in the last 10 months. Literally, people who have, like, some of these guys that are currently up to like 300,000 a month in income, they can barely speak English. Some of them have no clue what traffic generation is. They have no clue what this affiliate marketing thingy is. They have no clue about that. This realistically has a 7-figure income potential your first year. It's not a business opportunity. It's not something you have to join. It's not something you have to recruit and talk to people. It's not something that you have to go out there and build teams. If you don't want to do that, that's totally optional. Which is really what what really made me look into this, and really what kept me up for the last several weeks, just digging in and just doing immense amount of research, because I think when I really dug into that the concept, I immediately thought of of the little guy making it, because the problem with a lot of these, with a lot of opportunities, as we all know, is people have to recruit and people have to sell the product, which is fine, and that we're still going to keep that concept, because that's it's just part of the business. But this particular concept that we're going to add in addition, people don't have to recruit anybody. People don't have to go out there and and convert, create funnels, any of that stuff. And this is another thing that just really blew my mind, is 100% success rate. I mean, not 99, not 99, literally 100% success rate. Possibly the biggest thing ever that I've ever seen in my career. And I want to talk to you guys about this and see if, what we want to do with this as a leadership group. So you guys up for some of this?
Yeah, definitely.
Get into some of the details? Yep.
Yeah, can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm gonna do is this. I'm literally going to be totally transparent with you guys, right? I'm gonna circle back and kind of introduce you through the same approach that I found out about this, right? And then I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did, as far as the research, exactly what my thinking behind this is, the kind of strategy I'm planning to take, and kind of angles I'm planning to take with this. But I wanted you guys to be in on this first and at least be exposed to the idea. And if you want to, because really what I'm looking to create here is literally like a core team to where we can just literally explode this thing. And then obviously bringing it into High Traffic Academy first is going to be for the elite members, actually certified members, and then elite members, and then the entire database of High Traffic. And then moving from there, literally controlling the entire English-speaking marketplace. So we're talking US, Canada, Australia, UK. So anybody who speaks English, we can literally be the gateway, the door through which people can be exposed to this concept. And it's pretty mind-boggling what's available for us. So what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can share my screen. And I will literally just go ahead and play the video for you guys. The same video that I've watched. And then we're going to discuss it from there. Okay, is that cool? Let me see if I can share my screen. How do I do that? Stop. Wow, share screen. There we go. Okay, so let me know if when you guys see this. All right.
Now you might want to mute yourself.
Now we see your screen.
Now you see my screen. Okay, perfect. So yeah, if you guys can mute yourself so you can hear. And then, Paul, if anything comes up, just let me know. Somebody's not muted, so if you guys can mute yourself, that'd be awesome. And if anything, like if there is any interference or whatever, just somebody not muted or what? You guys can mute yourself. Don, if you can mute yourself, please. I think Don is not. Huh?
It sounds like you were getting some feedback, Vic, but I'm not sure if it was you or somebody else.
I think somebody is not muted, so if you guys can mute yourself, that'd be great. See who's not muted. Okay, so Abdullah, you're not muted, brother.
Yeah, just mute. There we go. How can I do it?
There should be a mute button somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can mute you. Okay, I think. Okay, so I got you muted now. So we should be good now. All right, looks like everybody's muted. All right, cool. So let me try it again. Share screen, entire screen. All right, now we're good. Paul, if there's like interference or whatever, Paul, you can see my screen. Yeah, just text me or Skype me or what. You can.
I'll text you.
All right, cool. Let me just go ahead and play this.
Now, guys, what's going to happen is Vic is going to play a presentation that he shared with us. We were on the Hangout. So this is pretty cool. I'm sharing a screen with you, and then there's another screen being shared with you. So pay attention to the presentation, take some notes, and then we'll be back live with Vic, semi-live, in just a little bit. So here we go, guys.
Play this. And you guys just watch, and then we'll come back and all right, here we go.
Since you're watching this video, chances are you're looking for opportunity. Maybe you want to make more money. Maybe you're tired of the scams and all the hype. And if that's the case, you are definitely in the right place. You're about to see a brand new business concept out of Asia that has created over 5,000 millionaires. And understand, these are everyday people. These are not savvy business people. These are not expert marketers or anything like that. These are everyday people that have become millionaires. And it's because this concept is so powerful. It's never been seen before outside of Asia. When I first saw this, it completely blew my mind. And I actually moved to Asia. I'm currently living in Asia so that I can help bring this concept to the rest of the world. Because I've never seen anything like this before, where everyday people can make this much money this quickly. And I don't care what your background is, and even if you have a hard time making your way around a computer, this is something that you can do, that you can be successful with. It is a real business that allows you to participate in some of the hottest trends on the internet today. And you're about to see why this has more potential than anything you're currently doing. So put away any distractions, close out Facebook, hide your cell phone, and pay very close attention to what you're about to see here. No hype, no BS. This may be the most important presentation that you ever come across. Now, before we get to that, I want you to understand, I'm not one of those people that hides behind a website using a fake name like so many people do. I'm very well known in this industry. I have a reputation for creating top-selling offers and sales systems, some of the most recognized brands in highly competitive markets such as weight loss, bodybuilding, and financial. I'm currently a strategist and advisor to a number of 8- and 9-figure businesses. I'm the founder of Max Response. This is our performance-based marketing company. We specialize in mass marketing, mass distribution, and I'm not showing you this to brag. This isn't to try to impress you. I simply want you to understand a little bit about my background, why I'm someone that you want to listen to. Over the years, I've taught many thousands of people around the world how to build a real profitable business. Many top earners, people that you see on the leaderboards, have been through this training in the past. We have countless testimonials, more success stories than anyone else that I know of in this industry. And so I know it works. I know it's effective. We've been able to pretty much dominate any offer that we would promote, that we would get involved with. And so, like I said, I'm going to show you a new concept out of Asia that has far more potential than anything that we've ever done before. Now, before we get to that, I do want to make sure that we give a proper earnings disclaimer. No matter how good an opportunity is, we can't make promises, we can't make guarantees. You're not going to make money by simply watching this video. In order to be successful, you must take proper action. Some people seem to think that they're going to watch a video and checks are going to start showing up in the mail. That is not how this works. You understand that, right? The only thing that I can guarantee is that this is one of the greatest opportunities that you've ever seen. But what you decide to do with this information is completely up to you. So with that said, what is this all about? Well, recently a friend of mine had told me about a new business concept out of Asia. He told me how it wasn't network marketing, it wasn't MLM or anything like that, how you didn't have to refer a single person to make a lot of money with this business, and how everyday people were becoming millionaires. In fact, he said that this business concept had turned more everyday people into millionaires than any other business out there. And not only that, he said that he would prove it to me. Now, obviously, I was quite skeptical. After doing this for almost 20 years, I've seen a lot of stuff, and this just sounded way too good to be true. However, my friend is someone that I trust. He said he would fly me out, pay for everything, and I thought at the very least, I'd take a trip to Asia. This is a market that I was planning on getting involved with anyway, the largest commerce market on the planet, and so I decided to fly out. Little did I know, I was about to discover the most powerful business model for everyday people that I've ever seen. So this is Mr. Wong, And he's actually the inventor of the original system. He's a mathematician who had made just an absolute fortune with trading. And he decided that he wanted to leave a legacy. He wanted to give back. He wanted to help as many people as possible. And so he had an idea. He spent 4 years developing this platform. It was designed to help everyday people to build a successful business and generate wealth. And he actually designed it to overcome the flaws that he saw with network marketing. Now, this business model has created over 5,000 millionaires in just 7 years. And what's interesting about this is he had intentionally kept this small. You had to know someone to get involved in the inner circle. And so he was not interested in taking this to the masses. And yet, with a relatively small number of people in Asia, they were able to create over 5,000 millionaires in just 7 years. Pretty powerful, right? Well, what you're about to see is the next level. This is the evolution of this platform, and it is even more powerful. So before I show you how this works, how do everyday people get wealthy in a short period of time? Well, without the right skill sets, it can be almost impossible. Of course, we're able to enter into highly competitive markets and generate substantial amounts of profits. But like I said, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, and I pretty much eat, sleep, breathe marketing. And when you have the right skill sets, generating wealth becomes a lot easier. However, when your skill sets are limited, your options to generate wealth are also limited. It makes sense, right? And contrary to what some people out there will tell you, building a successful business can be very difficult without the right skill sets. And so how do everyday people get wealthy in a short time? Well, here are a couple of examples of how everyday average people have become millionaires pretty much overnight. You may remember the Facebook IPO. This is from ZDNet. You can see here, Facebook's IPO will create over 1,000 millionaires. So when Facebook went public, over 1,000 people became millionaires pretty much overnight. And so what we're looking at here is these people happen to be in the right place at the right time, and they also took the right action. They got involved in Facebook stock. Here's another example from Twitter's IPO. It says how tweet it is, over 1,600 new millionaires. And again, that was from Twitter's IPO. Another example of people in the right place at the right time, taking the right action. Of course, we have Alibaba's recent IPO. You can see here, USA Today, Alibaba's affluent, instant riches for company workers. Again, people in the right place at the right time, taking the right action. And imagine the people that didn't take the stock options. Could you imagine if you were one of those people? All these people that you work with became millionaires. However, you decided that you didn't want to take the stock. That'd be pretty hard to swallow, right? Well, what if you could see something like this coming? What is the right opportunity at the right time for you? Well, let's take a look at the latest buzz that's been going on in the financial marketplace.
Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual currency. We're going to talk about the cyber threat now. And who's ever heard of the Bitcoin? It's even been called the future of money, the Bitcoin.
More on this cryptic and still somewhat confusing currency that is Bitcoin.
People are fascinated by anything that makes new highs every day for weeks on end, which Bitcoin has done. Is it a market? Is it a bank? Is it an exchange?
The value of it, I mean, look at the chart, is sinking and skyrocketing. Is it legitimate in your view?
It is legitimate, and it is a fascinating experiment. It's an interesting brainchild, though. It really is for people around the world who are upset with fiat currency. Not Silk Road and the Trump Association. Nobody is $50 billion of money on this right there. The currency can't hold people are scared by the banks in this country and around the world. But the banking crisis there does raise the intriguing question of what is money? What exactly is Bitcoin, and how does it work?
There is no central bank, no central authority, no corporation behind it.
Knows no borders, knows no boundaries, and in many cases knows no rules.
To new internet protocol like email or the web.
program. All of this is done on peer-to-peer networks. Nobody really even knows who created the Bitcoin. Developed entirely on an open platform. No one's in charge.
Totally
decentralized.
Okay, so
The value of each Bitcoin is a new high. It has, as this chart shows, been skyrocketing in value over the past 3 years. I know some people are obsessed with this and have been all over this quote-unquote phenomenon.
so many people are jumping into this virtual currency. It's created so much attention. One of the biggest Bitcoin exchanges actually reported that it was having trouble technologically keeping up with all the order flow.
So pretty interesting, right? Well, first of all, I just want to say that this is not about Bitcoin. However, it does have to do with digital currency. Bitcoin was the first digital currency to the marketplace. It's been all over the media, all over the world. Many believe that digital currency is the future of money. And so again, Bitcoin was the first. It had become the most popular, and it kind of paved the way for digital currency. Well, quite a few people that got in early with Bitcoin ended up becoming millionaires. This is Bloomberg Business Week. This is from April 10th, 2013. It says, meet the Bitcoin millionaires. And essentially it talks about people that had gotten involved with Bitcoin early. They had bought Bitcoin for around 5-10 cents a Bitcoin. And then the price ended up rising to as much as $1,200 per Bitcoin. And many of these people that got in early made a lot of money and ended up becoming millionaires. Here's another example. A student bought $27 worth of Bitcoin in 2009. It says that he forgot about it. Bitcoin began to soar. He had about 5,000 Bitcoin worth almost $1 million. He ended up selling a fifth of his Bitcoin to buy an apartment in one of the richer parts of Norway. And so he had spent around $27 and had become a millionaire by getting involved with Bitcoin early on. Now, this opportunity with Bitcoin has already come and gone. What we're going to talk about is something that has far more profit potential for people like you and me. And to really help you understand the potential of what you're about to see, it's important to understand that many financial experts agree that Bitcoin has some major flaws. And so listen to what Peter Schiff, who is a very popular and trusted financial commentator, has to say about Bitcoin.
Here's the problem. People are advocating the use of Bitcoins as if it's a form of money. But it can't be, because Bitcoins do not represent a store of value. You don't know what Bitcoins are going to be worth next week, next year, in 5 years, or 10 years. Nobody knows. Will Bitcoins be worth zero? They might, because they don't have any intrinsic value. Somebody could come up with an alternative digital currency that maybe is more attractive than Bitcoins, and people will use that one. Somebody might come up with a legitimate digital currency that's actually backed by gold.
And so notice what he says at the end. Someone may come up with a legitimate digital currency that's backed by gold. And so what many financial experts are saying is that for there to be a legitimate digital currency that can be used as money, there must be some type of reserve system. That digital currency must be backed by gold, precious metals, something that helps to establish the real value of that currency. What these people don't know is that this digital currency already exists. So you are one of the very first people outside of Asia to see this, introducing the U token. This digital currency is currently exploding throughout Asia. It was developed by Ufund Group. Ufund Group is backed by major multi-billion-dollar conglomerates. Like I said, this digital currency is exploding across Asia. It's being embraced by many businesses throughout the region. Unlike Bitcoin, this digital currency is actually being used for the buying and selling of goods and services. And also, unlike the Bitcoin that has major fluctuations in pricing, with U token, we are seeing a consistent, substantial increase in value. And there is tremendous profit potential for both buyers and partners. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. So again, the U token was developed by Ufund Group. This company is backed by multi-billion-dollar conglomerates, some of the top business leaders throughout Asia. The Ufund Club International President is General Supan. He's the most beloved general throughout Thailand. People absolutely love General Supan. And something to understand about Asian culture. They take honor very, very seriously. And so for General Suppan to attach his name to a company like this says a lot about his belief in what this company is doing. It establishes instant credibility here in the East. We have the executive chairman and international marketing director, Dr. Daniel Tay. Daniel Tay has received many prestigious awards throughout Asia. He received the Asia Pacific Entrepreneur Excellence Award, the CEO Thailand Awards. He is a 9-figure earner, a top business leader here in Asia. YouFund Group also has a rock-solid execution team. I'm not going to go into everyone. Some of the people you see here are multimillionaires, some of the top people from their respective fields. YouFund Group is continuing to bring in the top talent throughout Asia to help facilitate the growth and development of the company. So unlike Bitcoin, that doesn't have any structure, it doesn't have any organization, YouFund has a strong execution team to facilitate growth and development and expand this company throughout the world. Now, this company is so well put together that they are receiving award after award. Here again, we can see the Asia Pacific International Entrepreneur Excellence Award. This is one of the most prestigious awards that a company can receive here in Asia. And to give you an idea of how quickly this company is growing, in just 1 year, YouFund has expanded the platform to over 25 countries. And I'm not just talking about having people in these countries, we're talking about having operations in these countries. And they're getting ready to set up a YouFund center in the UK. They're opening another YouFund center in the United States and a number of other countries throughout the world. So we're talking about massive growth. The plans for global expansion are in the process of rolling out. And so we're just getting ready to penetrate into the English-speaking countries throughout the world. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. Now, like I said before, many of the top financial experts agree to have a legitimate digital currency that can be used in commerce. There must be some type of reserve system. You must have gold, precious metals, something backing the currency that can help establish the value of the currency. That's what helps to keep a currency stable so that it can be used for the buying and selling of goods and services. And this is another major advantage of UToken over every other digital currency in the marketplace. And that is the fact that the UToken is the only digital currency with an actual reserve system. So this was established March 2014. There are 3 banks that are partners with the reserve. BVG Bank is the primary bank overseeing the reserve. Here you can see a check for $10 million to UToken Reserve Limited. The reserve also meets the Basel guidelines, which are the international banking guidelines. And to meet the guidelines, checks and balances are watched over very carefully. They're in the process of backing the reserve with gold. It's also covered by grade A insurance. And so what we have here is a real reserve system that's backed by gold, backed by assets, and covered by insurance. There's no other reserve system like this for digital currency anywhere else in the world. And so this is very powerful. And this is why so many businesses throughout Asia are willing to accept the UToken, and why multi-billion-dollar joint venture partners continue to come to the table. And that's because YouFund Group had the foresight to do something truly revolutionary for the digital currency marketplace. And so let me show you what a reserve system does for a digital currency. This is Bitcoin. Like I said, Bitcoin does not have a reserve system. And you can see the price is all over the place, just insane volatility. And that's because there is no reserve system that is establishing the value of the currency. And because the price is all over the place, businesses do not want to accept Bitcoin in transactions, because let's say you're a business and you accept $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. Well, later that day, later that week, the value of that Bitcoin may drop substantially. And that could be a big problem for your business if you're accepting Bitcoin. Now, with UToken, we have the UToken Reserve. And the way things are set up, you can see over time, the UToken is consistently increasing in value. There are 2 times where the value per U token, where the price per U token drops, this was done intentionally. There was a split of the currency. And so if you had 1,000 U token, you now had 10,000 U token, but the price of the currency had dropped from $1 to 10 cents. This happened twice. And then you can see here, as we get into September, we are seeing the increase in value accelerate. You can also see the volume down here. The volume over the past few months has increased dramatically. We're looking at a volume of over 10 million per day, so significant volume. And we are just getting into momentum here in Asia, and we haven't even begun to penetrate into the English-speaking countries throughout the world. So pretty powerful, right? And again, this is why so many businesses throughout Asia are willing to accept the U token, because they know that historically the U token always increases in value. And if you understand what's going on with the company, it becomes pretty obvious that the value is likely to be much, much higher in the future. And so this is why big business owners are putting in hundreds of thousands of dollars into U token. Joint venture partners are coming to the table. They're putting together multi-billion-dollar deals. As an example, this is Bina Puri. Bina Puri is one of the largest development companies in Malaysia. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. They're doing joint ventures with UFund Properties, which is one of the components of UFund. They just completed the Bangkok Marina Resort and Spa. This was a deal that was all over the media here in Asia. Here's another joint venture deal that was just completed. This is the Marble Mining Project. You can see the project value is 135 billion RMB. That comes to about $22 billion with a B, billion dollars. Here you can see a couple of photos of Executive Chairman Dr. Daniel Tay at the actual mining facility. This is an actual mountain of marble. Here's a photo from the Strategic Partnership Agreement signing ceremony. I was actually at this ceremony. There are around 10,000 people in attendance. Like I said, this is a multi-billion-dollar deal. And that's just a couple of examples. There are other major deals that are in the works right now. I cannot go into the details quite yet. However, what I can tell you is that another partnership agreement is about to get signed with a large e-commerce platform out of China. This is very similar to Tmall, which is one of the Alibaba properties where you can purchase just about anything from the mall: household goods, Rolex watches, phones, accessories, pretty much anything that you want to buy shipped anywhere in the world. And Asia is by far the largest online commerce market. You can see here from Bloomberg, Alibaba goes global, single day sales top $5.9 billion. So they sold more than $5.9 billion of merchandise within 14 hours. And so essentially what UFund Group has done is they've combined two of the hottest trends, which are digital currency and online commerce. And so not only do we have a digital currency where the value is increasing very quickly, we also have the online commerce side of the business where people can buy anything they want anywhere in the world using the U token digital currency. So what we have here is the fastest growing digital currency, a legitimate digital currency combined with the Alibaba e-commerce model. Now that is powerful, right? So there's nothing else out there like this. We are so far ahead of the game. We have so much traction in the marketplace combined with multi-billion-dollar backing and strategic partnerships. It is pretty much impossible for any copycats to try to catch up. And like I said, there are other major deals, strategic partnerships that are taking place. There are too many to go into in this presentation. What I want you to understand is that profits from these partnerships are flowing into the reserve, which also increases the value of the U token. And with over 250,000 accounts, with such a strong user base, many big companies are beginning to accept U token. As an example, Carl Quarantin Medical Center, which is the premier medical center in Malaysia for cosmetic surgery and other types of health services, just started accepting U token. And for a medical center like this to begin accepting this currency is a very big deal. Like I said, many big businesses are now getting on board. And here's a travel company accepting UToken. Here's a retail electronics company accepting UToken. Here is a UToken cafe. Here's another local business accepting UToken. I can show you example after example. There are countless businesses beginning to accept UToken because with the increasing value and the strong user base, it makes it a no-brainer for these businesses to accept this digital currency. So there's so much that can be said about UFund and the UToken. I'm trying to keep this short. I'm trying to stick with some of the highlights. And so again, to kind of summarize some of the advantages of the UToken, we've got a rock solid management and execution team, some of the top business leaders and experts throughout Asia. UFund is backed by multi-billion-dollar companies, wealthy, powerful business executives that are involved backing and supporting this company. They're doing multi-billion-dollar joint venture deals. It's a legitimate currency, the only currency in the market with a real reserve system, backed by gold, backed by assets. It meets international banking requirements. It's backed by grade A insurance. We're seeing a consistent and substantial increase in value. There's a strong user base with over 250,000 accounts. We're combining two of the hottest trends right now, digital currency and e-commerce. And right now, the UToken is being accepted by countless businesses throughout Asia. So all that being said is pretty flipping impressive, right? Obviously, this isn't some little Mickey Mouse operation like most of the stuff out there. And what's most exciting is the opportunity for us to make money with this. And that's why you're here, right? Well, let's take a look at why this is the greatest opportunity to profit that you have most likely ever seen. So with UFund, with the UToken, there are two ways for us to profit. And of course, the first way to profit is from the increase in value of the UToken. And remember, I had shown you this chart. This is an actual chart of the increase in value. And as we talked about, the increase in value is accelerating as profit is flowing into the reserve, as more businesses are accepting UToken, and as people are buying UToken, it drives the value of the currency up. We're seeing a dramatic increase in the volume. And so again, the increase in value is accelerating. And this is just from the growth that we've been seeing in Asia. And even though we have a lot of traction, we haven't even really begun to scratch the surface of this massive, massive Asian market. And did I mention that all the English-speaking countries are wide open, that you are one of the very first people to see this? We'll talk more about that in a moment. Well, the first time it took 9 months for the UToken to go from 10 cents to $1. So if you had $1,000 in UToken, it would have become $10,000. If you had $10,000 in UToken, it would have multiplied to $100,000. If you put in $100,000 in the UToken, it would have multiplied into $1 million. And that's without doing anything on your part. That is just the increase in value of the UToken. Well, there was just a split on the UToken that brought the price back down to 10 cents. This was done strategically. And to keep it simple, if you had 1,000 UToken, you would have now had 10,000 UToken. If you had 1,000, you would now have 10,000 UToken. And so again, this was done strategically. And now projections are showing that the way things are today, that the value will increase to $1 plus in the next 4 to 6 months. So it took 9 months the first time to go from 10 cents to over $1. Now we're expecting it to go from 10 cents to over $1 in the next 4 to 6 months because, again, the increase in value is accelerating. So this is what I call a money multiplier.
And guys, I know you're probably getting pretty excited. I just want to let you know that you hear that coughing in the background. That's not me, okay, guys? That's Vic. This presentation right here is almost complete. So just hang with us, and Vic will be coming back on semi-live very shortly. So pay attention, guys.
Multiplying your money without you having to do anything, it is very powerful. And this is why there are wealthy business people in Asia buying hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of UToken. The people that know about this are trying to accumulate as many UTokens as they possibly can. It's a no-brainer. That's why we're doing the exact same thing. And right now, there are preparations underway to take UFund and the U token to the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. When this happens, the price of the U token could just skyrocket. And right now, the goal is for this to take place sometime in 2015, which at the time of this recording is right around the corner. So as you can see, this is very powerful. Most investors are ecstatic if they could get a 10% return per year. However, this is not an investment. This is a money multiplier. I don't know of any investment that can multiply your money like this can. And the real beauty is, to profit with this, you do not have to refer a single person. You don't have to do any marketing whatsoever. You're simply profiting from the increase in value of the currency. It makes sense, right? And so if you're one of those people that wants to make money passively, it does not get any better than this. And now you may be wondering, once you buy U token, how do you go about selling your U token? And it's very, very simple. There is a U token exchange. And so just like with other exchanges, you can simply place a sell order. And because of the many millions in volume being transacted on a daily basis, these orders go through almost instantaneously. So it's very, very simple to buy and sell U token, and we provide you a step-by-step training on how to do everything. So there is some serious potential when you join UFund and simply buy U token. However, there's a second way to profit, and in my opinion, this is even more exciting. And so the second way to profit is to help us bring U token to the rest of the world. Like I said, you are one of the very first people to see this outside of Asia. The entire English-speaking market is wide open. In fact, we're creating the first material for this company, for this opportunity in English. So you can look at this map and see the percentage of English-speaking people throughout the world. Like I said, all the English-speaking markets are completely wide open. And right now, we have positioned ourselves as the gateway. All the English-speaking people are going to be coming in through us. So think about the size of these markets. Think about the growth potential. There is a massive, massive opportunity in helping us to bring UFund, to bring the U token to the rest of the world. This opportunity is so big that I've left everything behind. I'm currently living here in Asia because I believe that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And we have a huge advantage. We're currently working directly with the top executives of the company. They're providing us with everything that we need to penetrate into these markets. And when you truly understand how all this works, the potential is mind-boggling. And if you're wondering if this is something that you can do, we're making it as simple as it can possibly be. All you have to do is just send people to a presentation just like this. We're also going to be doing live webinars, so you can invite people to one of our webinars, and we will do all the explaining and everything for you. We're going to provide you with step-by-step training on everything that you need to know. And like I said, it cannot get any easier than this. The only reason for people not to get involved is because they don't understand it. They don't get it. People that take a little bit of time to understand it are definitely going to want to be involved. And we have so many success stories to share. Over 200 people have already become millionaires with this, and we are just getting started. Now, I'm not going to go into the compensation plan here. I'm going to save that for another video. However, it brings me back to Mr. Wong, the original inventor of this formula. Like I said, they were able to create over 5,000 millionaires in just 7 years. UFund Group is using the same formula. They've been able to create over 200 millionaires in the first 12 months. They're growing even faster than the original platform. This has never been seen outside of Asia. You've never seen anything like this before. It's the most powerful compensation plan that I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of compensation plans. So you want to make sure that you understand this. If you're not getting it quite yet, watch this presentation as many times as you need to until it clicks, because once you get this, you will want to be part of it. And so I'm going to go ahead and begin to wind this down. I just want to share a few success stories with you, and then I'll share with you how you can get more information and how you can engage with our community. So first, this is Mr. Note. He was a struggling interior decorator, had some pretty serious financial challenges when getting involved with YouFund. He is now earning over $1 million per month. You can see him standing next to his Lamborghini. This was paid for in full with cash. He's also bought a brand new Range Rover, a brand new Mercedes. Like I said, over $1 million per month. And this is not an expert marketer, not an expert networker. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time and took the right action. This is Maria, another incredible story. Maria speaks very little English. When getting started with YouFund, she was also having some pretty serious financial challenges. She joined YouFund and went on to earn over $600,000 in just 7 months. And you can see the necklace around her neck is probably worth more than your car. So pretty serious lifestyle change for her. And like I said, I could go on and on, story after story. People who were struggling financially, now paying cash for Highline cars, Rolex watches. And this is actually another very interesting story. This guy actually went from homeless to becoming a multi-millionaire by simply passing out flyers, if you can believe that. I'll share more about this story in our private group. And so like I said, the original platform was able to create over 5,000 millionaires in just 7 years. After improving on the original formula, YouFund Group has been able to create over 200 millionaires in just the first 12 months. Just average, everyday people in the right place at the right time that decided to take the right action and get involved with YouFund to buy UToken. And none of these people had access to the tools and resources that we have access to. Like I said, we are working directly with the top executives of the company. They're supporting us, providing us with everything that we need. It's a massive global opportunity. All the English-speaking countries are completely wide open right now. And so after spending a month with billionaires and many multi-millionaires in understanding how this works, I decided to leave everything behind, move to Asia so that I could help bring this to the rest of the world. I truly believe that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And so whether you want to purchase UToken and multiply your money, or you want to partner with us and help us bring this to the rest of the world, get in contact with the person that referred you to this video. They will add you to our private map.
All right, so you guys hear me? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a sec here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. So I'll just stop at that. So this was my first.
Now, folks, I want you to pay attention here. Yeah, that presentation is a presentation you will be able to share with other people if you decide to get involved. That's totally your choice. But again, understanding the business model and the principle, I cannot see why anybody would not. And what Vic is going to share with you now is going to blow you away even more. All I can tell you, folks, is that, again, I just wanted to present the opportunity to you before someone else did, because you're going to hear about it. Plus, I'm building a core team. Vic is building a system around this. Now, when Vic decides to build a system around something, forget it. Lights out, game over. People have been wondering, what has Vic been doing for the last 7 or 8 months? Well, he's been completing High Traffic Academy 2.0. Now, as part of High Traffic Academy 2.0, this business model is going to be implemented into it. And folks, it's just this way. This is how business works. The people who are in at the beginning become part of the business model at the beginning, become part of the system Vic is going to build, are going to be the ones that are going to benefit the most. Guys, it doesn't matter if you decide to get involved maybe a year from now. You can certainly do that. However, the cost of the UToken is going to be much higher than it is right now. Right now, I think it's like 14 cents. All right. So if I was you, I really wouldn't wait till the cost of the UToken went up to $1 or $20 or $50 per per token, or maybe $100, the same way Bitfund. They talked about, I'm sorry, Bitcoin. They talked about Bitcoin on the video, and all I can tell you is, guys, I have friends that are in Bitcoin, and I know of Bitcoin. I wish I had gotten involved with Bitcoin from the beginning, because in the beginning, I believe you could have gotten involved in Bitcoin was a couple of cents, maybe $1, guys. Well, Bitcoin had went up to over like $1,000. You know, I think now it's down to, I don't know what it is. I think it's down to like $200 or 300. But still, guys, if you were able to buy Bitcoin for like 5 cents, and say you had 10,000 of those, and the current value right now is $200 per coin, guys, you do the math. So let's continue here.
Kind of like exposure to the concept. Okay, so naturally, what Vic did is Vic started to look into it, right? And so I said, okay, this looks interesting. I've heard about, you know, the bit token stuff, right? And I said, okay, so let me take a look at something here. Let me see. Here's what I did next. I'll share it with you guys. If I can bring my screen. All right. Cool. I want to share my screen with you guys again. All right. Let me know when you guys see this. Is this visible?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Cool. So I started doing my research, right? And I said, this does look interesting. So I went and just literally, like, you know, started to look at the history of this kind of stuff. And I came to this site right here, just coindesk.com price. You can check out, you know, the Bitcoin, right? And they just could become unresponsive. All right, let's refresh it here. See what we can come up with. See if I can. All right, here we go. So right now, you know, Bitcoin is $256. Anyway, and if we go back and look at, I want to look at all, right? So back in August of 2010, right, as you can see there, people could buy Bitcoin for 6 cents. Okay, 6 cents. And there was, and right near, you know, this is how it kind of projects. So at its peak, it peaked out at about, actually this, let's see, it looks like on this particular chart at $979, right? So like almost $1,000, $979. Right now, today, it's at $264. And it kind of levels out, because that's typically what happens to the digital currency. You guys can do the research. There is some other, you know, currencies that got spin off from the Bitcoin, kind of trying to model that. You know, right, it created just a lot of people wealthy. But what I was looking at is, I said, look, 2010, to get in at the Bitcoin at 7 cents, and I actually came across some really, really crazy stories that you guys, if you guys can do your research, I actually encourage you to do this. If you want to, but there was a guy who bought a pizza at a local pizza place for 10,000 Bitcoins, and the pizza place accepted it. This was early, like right somewhere in 2010, 2011, somewhere in there, for 10,000 Bitcoins for a pizza, right? And obviously right now, you know, if right now that pizza is worth, you know, 2.5 million. You know, at its peak, those 10,000 Bitcoins would have been 12 million, you know, 12 plus million for a pizza. Pretty crazy, right? So I started to really do my due diligence on this thing. And then what I was looking at is, I said, look, okay, so the compensation plan, how this thing works is, obviously there is a, let's see if I can bring this up. This is the chart, right? This is the chart for the U token, right? And I'm looking at this, and these guys are improving on the platform that, you know, systems like Bitcoin and all the other spin-offs kind of lacked, which is an actual structure with an actual reserve. That's what really got me to look at this really, really hard. So because I understand, like, the you guys also understand, the reserve, right, behind the currency. So 22% reserve, and part of it is gold, part of it is real estate and buildings and collateral, all that stuff. And the fact that actual banks and literally countries stepping in to back it up and get involved with this, but over in Asia, to me, that was attractive in of itself. And I said, great, that to me is no brainer. Now I said, okay, so what about this split thing over here? Okay, so what about this split thing? How does that work? And what I did is I got a hold of literally the top guy. I got a hold of this Jameson guy who just who did this video, and he's kind of the pioneer who brings this over to the U.S. market and eventually to the entire English-speaking population. I said, look, if I'm going to talk to anybody, I want to talk to the guy who is at the top of this thing. I don't want to talk, to somebody who is just another rep or somebody who is just trying to explain the system. I literally want to go to the top and see what's going on over here. So I got to talk, got to call, contacted this guy, and I said, so explain to me a few things, right? How is this thing working over, so he started talking to me about, what's going on in Asia over there, and this concept is just beginning. So they introduced this U token in March, as you guys saw that, March of 2014. So not even a year, and not even a year, already 200 millionaires, people just profiting from the increase. So how this thing works is, it always starts out at 10 cents, okay? 10 cents per U token. It goes up to $1, and then it splits. It split twice already. So what it means is you still have the same value as far as your U tokens, or as far as your, what it's worth, but it splits because they want to create, a certain amount of U tokens that will be in the circulation in the world, and then it's going to stop. So it's going to split 2 more times. Okay, so right now, see it got here on, what date was this? It was October 20th, 2014, right? So it got to $1.93, okay? And then it split. So people, let's say, if I had 1,000 or 1,000 U tokens, I would immediately, so my value got up to 1,000 U tokens times $1, and then it dropped down to 10 cents. Now immediately, my value did not go down, but I just took that 1,000 times 10. So all of a sudden it became 10,000 U tokens. Okay, so now it's going up again, and it's going to split 2 more times. Now, why am I looking at this and wanted to bring this to you guys is because we are thinking to. Hold on, let me bring up this page, see if it's, where is that at? Okay, there is two things that is clear to me. Okay, thing number one is because of the time framing. Let me show you guys this. This is what they're projecting. Okay, and I will send you this for your review as well in a minute when I bring this up. So there's a couple things. There is, you guys can review this. I'm not going to take too much time, but they are predicting 2 more splits. Okay, when it splits, let's say you got 3,000 U tokens, right? Or actually 3,000 initial U tokens. They're predicting a split in April of 2015, and they're also predicting a split at the end of the year. So literally, that's going to be that times 10. Okay. So when I'm looking at this is a realistic, literally like 7-figure, potential just from profiting on the investment part of it. For myself, I see an opportunity, and I'm getting involved, and I'm going to build a system around this to bring this to the entire, HTA community for people who will want to get involved. This is going to be part of what, one of the cash machines is going to be available. But the potential is through the roof. So let me bring this up. Here's what I'm looking at. Okay, there is 5 different packages that people can get involved with as far as getting into the getting U tokens. So somebody can literally get started with the 1-star package, which is $575. It gives them 3,000 U tokens right away. Okay. 2-star, $1,150. 6,500 U tokens. 3-star, 3,400. 4-star, 11,500, 73,000 U tokens, right? And based on these projections right here, we can see now. I am a very conservative guy. You know, I don't want to be, you know, unrealistic with this stuff. So I said, look, if I just don't even build a business with this, if I don't recruit anybody, right, just from looking at the history and just doing the research, which I would suggest you guys do. If this is of any interest to you, I don't know, I'm not here to pitch you, I'm not here to sell you anything. I just wanted to bring this out because we will be rolling out an actual system that I think is going to be pretty mind-boggling. We'll tell you about that a little bit later here in a few moments. But just on the investment part, if I did not talk to anybody, if I did not bring anybody in, if I did not build, you know, recruit anybody, you know, into the compensation deal, if I got started, let's say at a 3-star, right, at 3,400 U tokens, 500, okay, 34,500 U tokens. When they split, it would be 345,000, okay? And let's say that, what if the second split did not even happen, okay? Let's just predict it, you know, pretend it didn't even happen. What they're thinking is they are going to split 2 more times, and then it's going to, whatever the amount of U tokens is going to be out there, this is going to be the total amount of U tokens. Now, when that happens, they will go public. They'll go to NASDAQ, and they are expecting that to happen sometime either at the end of the year or early 2016, okay? When that goes to NASDAQ, I personally think that this thing is going to go something like this. This is my predictions. This is my estimations. You know, and just from doing my own due diligence. You know, doing my own research into this kind of stuff. When they go to, you know, public as a company with this, you know, with this digital currency, it can potentially skyrocket, right? So let's say if I had whatever that number was, 3,400. What was that number? Okay, preview. So let's say if I had 300, you know, if it only split one time, right, 345,000, and I'm very, very realistic, you know, very conservative. So I say 345,000 U tokens, okay? If it only went up to $50, okay, without me having to do anything, that's like 17 million bucks right there. $17,250,000. As if I didn't do anything. So I can literally turn $5,000 into potentially, now this is not a guarantee, I don't want to, like, you know, tell you, but this is something that I'm doing, folks, and I wanted to let you know what I'm doing, and I think this is going to be huge, I think. So potentially, you know, ridiculous amounts of money, okay? If it only, let's say, if somebody, like, it would be very, very realistic for somebody, an average Joe, right, to get in at least 1-star level, you know, $575. I think anybody can find $500. So if they got 30,000 U tokens and they did nothing with it, right, and then it split one more time, which is almost guaranteed it's going to split one more time, it will be 300,000 U tokens, or actually 30,000, excuse me. When it split one more time, 30,000 U tokens. Even if this thing went up to, you know, $50, $1.5 million. So average Joe can realistically become a millionaire. Now, what if it went up to 100, 200, just like Bitcoin, potentially to $1,000 or $200, whatever that thing is? Now, I don't know, but you guys you guys with me on this thinking?
Yes.
Okay. So here, you guys don't get it out. Okay, cool. Here is something else, though. Here is something else. They also have an opportunity component to it, to where people can. It's not really a business opportunity, but people can. This is they're creating a closed community so that people cannot buy tokens. Let's say if you wanted to buy a token, you can't really go out there and just purchase it just like from anybody. You have to purchase it from somebody who is an insider of the U Fund Club, right? So it's very, very clever idea that they come up with, and they're modeling after Alibaba as far as the marketplaces, as far as their own digital platforms to where they're selling stuff. I mean, I'll send you guys some information if you want to look at that for yourself. But the thing is this. Let me walk you through this this compensation plan. So let's say there is different bonuses and different pools that you can participate in, right? If you decided to build a team, which is something that we're going to create a system for. When I talked to Jameson guy, right, this guy that did the video, I said, look, if we're going to do something, if I will get involved, I will, first of all, I'm going to do my due diligence, like, there is no tomorrow. And then if I do decide to get into this thing, we're not going to do it so-so. We're literally going to claim the English-speaking market, because there is nobody. If you go to YouTube right now, there's probably 3 guys right now, 3 people, putting out different videos about this kind of stuff. It's virgin. It's not. This territory is untapped, literally. It's just now getting into the U.S. and starting to kind of people talking to each other. They don't have like, you found this company right here out of Asia. They've been operating on just peer-to-peer, just word of mouth strategy, and created over 200 millionaires ever since they launched from March of 2014. 200 millionaires. They have no clue when it comes to this online stuff. They're clueless. When I look at their websites, and they're like, they don't even have a website. Like a marketing systems, like a nice flow. They don't have that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to claim that, and we're literally going to be the gateway to bring this awareness and this concept to the entire English-speaking market. So creating a system, anybody who wants to either purchase it, not even do a business opportunity, they will be able to. We're going to be the door, so they'll be able to purchase it through somebody, one of us. Okay, because we're insiders, and we're going to have a system out there. We're going to get it ranked. We're going to be we're going to be promoting for what it is, not necessarily a business opportunity, but there is also a business component to it, to where if you wanted to recruit people, right, and then get those people to recruit other people, it goes down to pretty ridiculous levels here. So you have referral bonus depending on what level you're in. Let's say a 1-star, somebody starts out for $500, whatever. They have a 7% direct referral bonus, okay, on anybody they bring in. And let's say if they are a 1-star and they want to bring somebody in, and that somebody goes in for a 5-star level, they still get that 7% on their value over here. Okay, so it's not like but take an example for a lack of a better comparison, like for example Empower Network, right? Well, for you to get commissions on the higher products, you have to own the product or you have to pass it up. Over here, you actually get paid on whatever level people come into, right? So it's a pretty very flexible plan. There's also development bonus, to where you can literally get paid on the unlimited depth of your entire organization. There's management bonus. There's global turnover incentive program. There's I'll tell you this, guys. I have not studied the compensation plan to the point to where I can talk about it intelligently and give you all the ins and outs on it. That was not my intention. That was not my focus. Right? That was not something that I really wanted to, to spend a lot of time on right now anyways. To me, just looking at the concept and looking at what's coming up and looking at the history of the digital currency and just paying attention to what's going on in the marketplace and where everything is going with the dollar, with the economic, financial arena of the world, with kind of where everything is going, this makes total sense to me. Right, and so just without even paying attention to the compensation plan, this comp plan is just a bonus, okay, of just a cherry on the pie, if you will. But here's what I did. I got together with Jameson. I said, look, man, we need to get together. I do see a potential here, and I think this can realistically make average Joes potentially millionaires, and do so within about a year. Depending on what level people get into, but for somebody getting in at the even a 1-star, they're potentially looking to earn multiple 6 figures potentially within their very first year without doing a thing. But if we had a system to where we brought this over, and the system doesn't have to brand anybody, it's not going to be about any person, because it's not a business opportunity. We don't have to recruit people to do a business opportunity. This is literally for what it is, and the system is going to be very designed very clever to where it's just going to focus on what it is. It's going to focus on the concept. It's going to focus on the facts. It's going to focus on what's going on in the financial markets right now, that kind of stuff. And somebody getting in, this I think this is going to be a perfect, match for a perfect system that we can include within High Traffic Academy, potentially for elite members, because with this we can target biz up seekers. we can target obviously network marketers because of the comp plan. We can target financial markets and financial people who are into for the financial stuff. We can target people who are very, very wealthy, because there are some people who are literally dumping $500,000, $600,000 into the U token right now, just because of the potential what they see. We can target, now we have access to to the data. To the data center, right, through Dan. You guys all met him, most of you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to mine data for all these different niches and, people who are into finance and people who are into not necessarily business opportunities seekers, but we're going to be targeting and launching specific campaigns to those people, right? Everything is going to be wrapped around the system, and we're literally going to dominate. So I'm going to walk you through the plan here, okay? I'm gonna walk you guys through the plan. I'm just gonna be totally transparent with you guys as to kind of my thinking. Okay, so this is the strategy. Okay, the big vision again, as I said, this perhaps can be the most.
Okay, guys, I just want to make sure that you folks are still awake. You're still out there paying attention. Vic is, believe it or not, I would say Vic is going to get to the good stuff, but I know that you can see Vic has already gotten to the good stuff. But trust me, guys, hang in there. It's going to get even better. So I want you to pay attention, because, guys, Vic is a big thinker. You folks know that. So I want you to pay attention to this vision, this strategy that Vic is going to present to you right now. And as you know, if you were paying attention, Vic is going to be building a system around this. So pay attention to this, please.
Through wealth creation, vehicle that we can bring to the entire English-speaking population, entire English-speaking market. Personal benefit for guys like yourself, like myself, obviously for us being in the forefront of the system. I think total financial freedom for the rest of our lives. That's just my prediction. Community benefit, I really honestly realistically think we can create 1,000 millionaires in the next 24 months, and I think that's actually pretty conservative. Again, some facts I told you about that. The approach is this. If we want to bring token to the entire English-speaking population, we're going to open and control U.S. and Canada territory for the U token entirely. So anybody, I'm talking anybody is thinking about U token, there is going to be a system that we're going to develop and dominate, right? It is early right now for us to, and this is like perfect timing and perfect positioning for what we do with high traffic and, where everything kind of aligns right now to where for the next, before it splits again, I think we can, I got involved. I'll be totally transparent with you guys. I got 2 packages of 4 stars. 2 packages of 4 stars. That's what I got. Okay. And if nothing else, I'm just going to let it sit. Boom. It splits again. It splits 2 times. It's going to appreciate, you just get out whenever you want, and, you're pretty much set. If that's what you want. Right. But I think there's a bigger opportunity, and I think when we build a system around it and get as many people introduced to this as possible before it splits, right, and then before it splits the next time, I think the time is of the essence. And then obviously it's going to start appreciating next time. So I don't know if it's going to be an opportunity that's going to be here at the same opportunity that's going to be here, like say 3 years from now. If it's going to be the same opportunity, chances are really, really good it's probably not going to be the same, because the price is not going to be 14 cents. Right now the U token as of today is at 14 cents, okay, per U token. I think it's like 14.4 cents. Now when it goes to $50, $60, potentially hundreds of dollars, obviously the opportunity will never be the same. But I think for us, looking at the time frames, looking at what's going on in the world, looking at the history and everything else included, and just being logical about it and doing lots and lots and lots of research, and the potential and the fact that it's not saturated at all, and the fact that U token doesn't even have a website system right now. How you get involved right now is you literally have to go and wire the money. You have to submit your information manually. It's a manual process right now. But they are putting together an online system of processing for this thing. And when that comes out, it's going to be out in the next few weeks. They're predicting 3 to 6 weeks. When that's out, it's over. It's game over. People can literally get involved online, and they're getting it under you. You don't have to, if you decided to do, to build, like I will, right? And not even brand yourself. I'm not going to have my face on it and anything. It's just totally under the radar. Let the system do the work. But I will be building. right? If you decide to build, you don't have to go wide. You literally need 2 people, one on the right, one on the left, right? And you build in depth. So my strategy for getting you guys on here is because you showed that you're serious about what you guys want to do. So a lot of you guys are star group members. A lot of you guys are heavy hitters in within our community. So I literally wanted to introduce you guys to this concept and kind of let you in on the insider strategy and thinking behind this whole thing. We will be rolling this out to high traffic, but my thinking was I'm not interested to build wide. I'm interested to build in depth, right? So we are going to be doing a lot of marketing, obviously rolling this out to certified partners, then elites, then HDA, and then to the entire community. And then people that are coming in, they can literally be positioned under you, okay, under you. Plus, when you do your own marketing, if you want to position people right under you, you don't have to go wide, you have to go deep, right? And you get paid virtually unlimited levels deep. It's pretty mind-boggling to what you can do with compensation. So my strategy is this. This next week, I'm flying out to Vegas to meet with James. He is in the States right now. I've got invited to go to Asia to meet with the executive team of, let me bring this up, executive team of UFUN. And I wanted to see what's really going on out there, right? Obviously, seeing their facilities, seeing what they're doing out there, and really coming back and just dominating this thing. So that's something that I wanted to share with you guys. Not sure, if that's something you want to get involved with. If not, that's totally cool. It's not a sales pitch, but this is something that you will see coming out, and I think it's going to be a perfect fit because, as somebody just runs a few campaigns, a few banner ads, right, to a system from High Traffic Academy, we can make the system exclusive to High Traffic. This is something that we still have to discuss. But even when that happens, a lot has to do with positioning and time framing, and the fact that right now it's freaking 14 cents. You can't really, just like Bitcoin was 6 cents, in 2010. Right now it's $200. I think for us it would be foolish to pass this up, and with the system being put together in the right way, I think this can literally be the biggest thing that anybody has ever seen. Thoughts, ideas, questions?
Vic, I actually, I don't know if you knew, but I have a financial background, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I actually graduated with an accounting degree a long time ago. Not too long ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I do. And my wife and I, we've also done some stock investing years ago. Right. So we know about splits and all that. And I am excited. I haven't looked at the data yet, but I'm sure everybody else will agree with me. I'm on board with 100%, brother. I haven't been getting sleep in the last couple of weeks because I've just been busy with stuff. You just made it worse. I'm serious. This is crazy because I'm familiar with Bitcoin, but this is just a higher level, for lack of better words. Being in the right place at the right time, Vic, that's what it's really all about. So thank you for bringing this to us.
Yeah, well, see, I missed out on Bitcoin. I didn't even pay attention to Bitcoin until this thing came across my desk, and I'm like, and I have so many things. Just I'm being pitched at like almost every day, right? And I'm like brushing off, not interested. But when this thing came on board, and I looked at it, like first, I listen to my gut a lot, like what your gut tells you, and most of the time, almost all the time, it's been right. When I listen to it, it didn't steer me wrong yet. It's not guaranteed that it won't someday, but I listened to my gut. When I looked at this, something inside of me said, you know what, you got to check this out. And when I started digging into this and started to look at the Bitcoin and other coins and Litecoin and all this stuff, and thought to myself, dude, if I just invested $1,000 into Bitcoin, I would be sitting like on a few $1 million right now, literally. And with this thing being, they're projecting 2 more splits. It's realistically, for guys like us, for you guys, you can literally, I think, potential, multiple, did double-digit millions in the next 2 years, just from the splitting, and this thing going up in value, and just do it. What I would recommend you guys do is actually do your own research, right? This is something that you will see coming out from High Traffic Academy, just because I think it's going to be huge. But I don't want to pitch you on this. I don't want to sell you on this, but this is something for you to think about, right? And if you guys want it to be, if you guys want to get involved, get your position. You can upgrade. You can start at any level you want, and then just upgrade. If you want to, I went in at 4 stars. I did not want to dump 50 grand into this right away. We've got HDA in development, and everything's being funded from my pocket. So I but I've got 2 4 stars. I got 2 positions in.
Now, guys, excuse me. I just want to stop for a second here so we are clear. This recording happened 2 weeks ago. Vic has been to Las Vegas already. I think he's still there now to meet with Jameson Palmer. We were on a hangout that nobody knows about. Just last Wednesday or Thursday, I was on a hangout with Vic and Jameson Palmer. I was attending it. And so Vic was in Vegas last week. This week coming up, Vic is going to be heading over to Asia to actually meet with the heads of UFund. And as you can see, folks, we're taking this extremely serious, and things are moving really quick. So reason why I cut in for a second, guys, is because, like Vic said, when Vic got involved, he purchased 2 separate packages of 4 stars. That was 2 weeks ago. Well, since then, Vic has purchased more packages because it started out at 14 cents. And it's almost up to 15 cents now. So it's on the rise already. And my wife and I, we purchased additional packages. And just so you know, folks, you can purchase a package whenever you want. But, what can I tell you? There is a there's a U token market, and the price is going to continually rise. I will tell you this. I think this might have been in the presentation that Jameson shared with you. If it wasn't, if Jameson didn't point this out, I'm going to point this out. You know how, quote, investments, guys, this is not an investment. It functions like an investment, but it's not. You know how investments rise? They go up and down. They fluctuate. They go down. They go up. I used to be in the stock market myself. I know some of you probably were. This has a baseline that it will never go under. So as of right now, the U token, I believe it's 0.148 cents, almost 15 cents. When you become part of it, I don't want to use the word invest. When you become part of this business model, the base price that you're coming in at will never go down. In other words, it will never. If you purchase some U tokens and the price is 15 cents when you purchase, it will never go below 15 cents. So there's no chance of losing money, folks. The only thing that's going to happen is it's going to increase in value. So I wanted to point that out. And the reason why it's not going to decrease in value is because it's backed by a reserve. It's backed by a bank. I believe 22% of the allocation is in gold. Some of it's in real estate. For all of you real estate investors out there, we love real estate. This is a real digital currency, unlike Bitcoin wasn't really a true digital currency, because Bitcoin, remember, Bitcoin went up to $1,000 per coin. However, Bitcoin now, I believe as of today, it's $200 and something per Bitcoin. So it fluctuated. It did decrease. So this is not Bitcoin. It's not like Bitcoin. U token is what Bitcoin was trying to do, and they were never able to do it. I've been looking at a lot of data over the last couple of weeks, and from what I can see, there is going to be an IPO. It's going to happen, guys, in about a year, and I'm going to be here, just like when Apple exploded or when McDonald's exploded with their IPO. For those of you who don't know what an IPO is, it's initial public offering. In other words, once this hits the NASDAQ and goes public, and I believe it will, with a year now, or maybe a year and a half from now, when that happens, game over. No, I'm my wife and I are not going to retire because I love what I do, but I'm just going to make sure that my my family, my grandson, his future children are taken care of. So let's get back to the presentation, guys.
Right. So just being totally transparent with you, and I will be getting a couple more positions in 5 stars. Now, here's the big secret, guys. They don't.
And did you hear that, guys? This is 2 weeks ago. Vic said he will be getting a couple more positions in 5 stars. Well, here we are. Fast forward 2 weeks later, and you know, Vic has purchased more packages as well as all the rest of us. And guys, you can purchase. Well, we'll talk about that later, guys. Let's keep going.
Understand, they have no clue. This UFON team, this UFON company, even though they're multi-billion-dollar company, and I will probably fly out there to meet with the executives. I got an invitation today, as a matter of fact. But these guys have no clue what we marketers can do, because they've been building this whole thing. Miles, just like Doobly, similar, right? Just
I didn't want to interrupt, but
word of mouth.
I know the origination of how Doobly exploded,
Right.
and this you took its position just like Doobly was. Doobly hadn't came to the U.S. They had a horrible marketing system, which the guys, you know, Tony Rush and John Lavinia, they pretty much put the marketing system together. We're in that same position, everybody here. We're in that same position if we get started right now with what Vic is talking about. We're in the same position.
Yeah, and I think you know, I got pitched on Doobly a lot, you know, by a lot of people, a lot of leaders, and yeah, I looked at it, you know, it sounded interesting. It had potential in my opinion, but it was not something I wanted to really dedicate a lot of time to, at least right now. You know, it's a potential for maybe, you know, a little bit down the road, whatever. When I look at this guys, I don't think it's going to have the same potential in 3 years as it does now, because of the price, because of the splits coming up, because of the positioning to go public on NASDAQ. I think people coming on board right now are going to benefit the most, and so that's.
Do you know when that's going to be? When they're planning to go public on NASDAQ?
They are predicting sometime either at the end of 2015 or beginning of 2016, but they're predicting there's going to be 2 more splits. Now, nobody knows when that's going to happen. It's inside secretive information, but the first split is like right now is 14 cents. Usually when it gets up to like $1, it's going to split. And then it's going to go up to $1 again. It's going to split again, and that's it. That's going to be the entire, you know, circulation of U token in the world. And then that's when the really like explosive growth is going to happen, in my opinion. Is when it's going to go just like Bitcoin, you know, from 17 cents to $900 in like 2 months, you know. And so I think the more people that we introduce this to right now, this is kind of time sensitive. So I want to, you know, I'm going to get moving. That's why I'm flying out to Vegas literally next week. I called up Jameson and said, hey man, we got to meet, because if we're going to do this, we're going to do this big and we're going to dominate. We're not just going to play around. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this with somebody who knows what they're doing, right? So he literally lives out there in Asia. He hangs around with, you know, all these executives for UFON. And UFON will listen to us, and they will, just like Miles, very similar to Doobly, bro. Whatever we tell them, they're going to do, because they have no clue when it comes to marketing. And we're going to be their marketing. We're going to be their engine, introducing this concept to the English-speaking market. And,
I was just going to say, they're going to want a team,
yeah,
or a group of people to dominate the U.S. English-speaking market. That's going to be us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Vic, I just have a question. I'm excited as well, like Miles, and I'm on board. But I guess, what did you want us to do now? And
I want you guys to be aware of what's going on. So if you guys would like to get involved, I got involved. I was researching quite a bit, and then I pulled the trigger on it, you know, a few days ago. And then looking at what's going on in the marketplace and the fact that, you know, the price will go up, it didn't make sense to me to wait, you know, to wait long and just sit on it. If you guys do want to get involved, you can get yourself, you know, get into whatever package you want to get into. I can send you the information. Here's what you can do. Let me give you this email address. You guys can write this down, okay? Let's see. Well, I'm going to share my screen with you here.
Now, folks, what Vic is getting ready to share with you, there's an email, okay? that is not the correct email. At least it's not any longer, because now I'm partnering with Vic on this. So what he's getting ready to share with you, I'm going to share with you, but I'm going to share the correct version with you. So those of you that want to get started, you see the vision, you want to get involved, I'm going to share with you exactly what Vic was going to share with you, but I'm going to include the correct email, which actually is my email. You will need to contact me. So let me find that. I'm gonna let Vic keep talking, but I'm gonna share the correct email. Hold on, guys. Somewhere.
All right.
Okay. So guys, make a note of this. Well, all of you should have my email address. So
okay, guys, I'm gonna leave this up for like a minute. I got somebody knocking at the door. Hold on one sec. I gotta open this. You guys can read through this, and then I'll be back and we'll talk through this. Okay? Hold on, we'll be right back.
And again, guys, this is the exact thing that Vic was going to share with you, except I inserted my email, because the email address that is on the slide that he has is not the right email. To get involved with UFund and the UToken opportunity, you'll need to contact me directly. And you all should have my email anyway, so, but just in case. Also, folks, when the Hangout is, when this video presentation is done, I'm going to go over just a couple little things with you guys, and then the Hangout will end, because I don't want to keep you guys on here all night. But I will tell you this: if you have questions for me or whatever, I stay up late, so I'll be up probably most of the night doing something. So what I'm saying is, folks, if you have questions after the Hangout, after my Hangout is over, feel free to send me an email, or even hit me up on Facebook. Normally I don't say Facebook, but your best bet is just to send me an email, and I will try my best to answer whatever questions you folks may have. Okay? Hopefully you guys have read through this, because the presentation is going to continue in just a minute or two. Vic is back.
Come on. All right. You guys got this? Hello, anybody home? I can't see you, so because I'm sharing my screen, so that's okay. So send an email to secret.jan27, January 27th. I think this is gonna be a historic date at gmail.com. Right? Subject line UToken. Send the following information. Just tell us what level you want to get into. You will be replied to with information about everything else you need.
And real quick, guys, that email, don't use that email, okay? You'll be sending your information to the wrong email. The email you're using is here.
So I'll send you guys all the info I have on it right now, and I would suggest you do your own research if you want to. Obviously, it'll be important. But that's, everybody got that email?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll do then is let me share with you guys these different levels and tell you what's going to happen. All right, so here.
And Vic, you said that we can start with the one and then move up a couple of weeks later or something?
Yep, absolutely. You can start with
Awesome.
one if you want. Yep. Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can share with you this document. All right, you guys can see this right here?
Okay, I just want to stop for a second, guys, because there was a delay, because I got my other computer going. Again, the screenshot that Vic had up there, there was a email address, SecretJan. Do not use that, or your information is going to go into a black hole. All right, so don't use that email address. If you for those of you that want to get started, make sure once again that you just simply email me. Very simple. Just email me your information. So let's get back to the presentation.
You guys should be able to see my my thingy right here. Huh?
Oh, I see it. Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So here is current packages levels, right? So level 1, it's going to cost you $575. You'll get 400 U points. So 400 U points. Each point equals $1. So to calculate that, this is going to give you approximately, well, let's see. We can do this together here. So we'll take 400. Do this math on the calculator. 400 divided by 0.144, which is current rate. That's going to give you about 2,700 U tokens. 2,777 U tokens. Okay? This is U tokens. I can do it like this. All right. This will give you, so.
And hey guys, I don't want to, guys, trust me. I don't want to, I respect your time. I don't want to keep you guys on the Hangout all night, but I just had to interject. Somebody sent me an email and they're obviously ready to get started right away. I just wanted to remind you guys of something. I don't know if your brain functions like I do, but I'm just talking business here. I'm not being racial. I'm talking business. You folks do understand, and I have plenty of I have very good friends of mine that are Asian and very wealthy. You folks do understand that China, Asian countries, they are very, very wealthy. Very wealthy people. You know, people joke that China, America is owned by China versus real estate and all that. Well, I don't think that's really so much of a joke. And all you need to do is pick up a newspaper and see where the value of the dollar is going. It's going in the tubes, guys. Most of the money that the government is printing, the U.S. government is printing, is not backed by anything. And that's why there's been a call for these digital currencies. And I'll share some with you folks real quick. Then I gotta get you guys back on the Hangout real quick. My wife works for the U.S. government. I can't say too much. She does work for the U.S. government, and she's been working there for since she got out of high school. And she traveled to China, left me by myself about a year ago. She traveled to China for 2 weeks because of her job, and you know. The Asian economy, the wealth that's over there, guys, is ridiculous. In fact, I'm going to lay something on you real quick. Not next week or next month, but my wife and I, we plan on traveling to Asia probably in about 3 or 4 months, and we are actually going to be visiting the U Fund headquarters because, guys, this is big. And you know what? I said to Vic 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to be one of those people a year from now. Okay, think of February 2016. I'm not going to be one of those people a year from now kicking myself saying, oh my God, sweetheart, I wish we had started that U Fund thing back then. You know, I wish we had started. So I said to myself, I'm not going to be one of those people. So anyway, guys, let's continue with the presentation.
850 points. 850 divided by 0.144, 5,900, 5,902 U tokens. And you can just do the math on it. When it splits, whatever. When it splits, it's going to be this times 10. And that's how many U tokens you will have when it splits. And then potentially splitting another time again. So 4,500, 0.144.
And guys, I apologize. I need to just jump in real quick because the responses are starting to come in. And that's great, guys. You see the vision. Now, for those of you that want to get started right away, make sure you send me an email. Please don't send me a message on Facebook that you want to get started. I might miss it. Don't post it in the comment section underneath the Hangout. Send me an email to miles.segers@gmail.com because what I'm looking to do, guys, I'm going to place, guys, here's the deal. we'll talk about this. I was going to save this for the end, but I'll tell you now. You folks who I personally invited to this hangout, I'm going to place you guys directly under my wife and I. You're going to be under us. And as we're bringing in more people, we are going to place them under you. Guys, this is cool. As we're bringing in team members, okay, because there's a referral bonus, there's a development bonus, there's a management bonus, and there's a global turnover bonus that I'm not going to get into that stuff right now. It's just additional streams of income, guys, just more money. But as the system is being built, and when Vic builds this system, you guys, those of you that decide to take advantage of this business model will be on my team, and I'm going to place people under you, as well as if you are using the system to market, your referrals, we call them referrals, guys. They're not signups. We call them referrals. Your referrals will be also coming under you, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, so let's get going.
1,000, 250 tokens. This one is going to be around right about 72,000, I think. Of course, actually about 65,000. 65, 972. Not dollars, U tokens, Vic. All right, and 50,000. But that's going to give you 347. That's the one we want to get into one day. All right. So, yeah, that's that. The way I'm looking at it is, again, I don't, guys, you know, can I guarantee anything? Absolutely not. But this is what I'm doing, and this is what we're going to be doing, and you guys can get in on that, okay, if you want to. Let's see, any questions about this before we move on to something else?
Definitely. How does, for lack of better words, how does an upgrade work? Like, say, for example, I started today at the 3-star package.
Mm-hmm.
It's, say next week I wanted to go to the 4-star package. Would I just pay the difference from 5,000 to 11,000?
Paul, do you know the answer to that? I don't think you can. I don't think you can pay the difference. I think you'll have to start with a different package. Am I right, Paul?
That's right. So if you purchase a star 1 level, then you want to go to star 5 and then star 4, you're gonna have to pay 575, then 575, and then 11,000. So what Vic did, he just saved 5, 6, 7, 60, whatever, $100. So if you go at 4-star at 1150, you skipped all of those levels. So you just saved yourself $6,000. I should have done. I was sitting myself and I was like, oh, should have done that from the get-go. That was my thing. I was like, dude, what was I thinking? Should have went out and grabbed a loan or something. But yeah.
Well, I wouldn't suggest getting a loan. I mean,
this is
do what you're comfortable with. But yeah, it is big. It is big.
No questions asked, and I have no doubt this would be the biggest thing I've ever seen. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
That's that. Another thing. I was going to tell you guys something else, and I forgot.
Vic, is there a market for this? Is this being traded on global currency markets? Do you know?
John, I would suggest do your research on that, bro. I will have a lot more answers for you guys when I meet with Jameson this next week. We're gonna sit down for 3 days and put together, the master plan, put together a system, put together, the rollout method into the HTA, and then I will be meeting with the UFund executives, the Asian guys, and I'll have a lot better clarity, a lot better understanding of what's going on. How is this traded, ins and outs, everything, because we will be creating a system for it. And the system will have every single question, virtually every single question answered for people who are looking into this. So we want to be known as, as the main. I don't want to use the word dealer, but for lack of a better word, like the place where people come get tokens, trade tokens, that kind of stuff. Having their own back office, having our own, expansion systems and things like that.
Because the volatility happens when you get a lot of people trading. You know, they're just speculating. So that's where all the volatility comes in with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd be kind of curious how it's traded.
Yeah, well, Bitcoin is not controlled. Bitcoin is just it's not really controlled. This is controlled. It's got a structure, and it's got the strategic team behind this, like bankers, some of the biggest bankers in Asia. They are on board strategically, coming out with how to position it so that the growth doesn't go like this, right? It's gonna go like this, and then if they want to split it, obviously it's gonna dip when it splits, and then it's gonna go like that again. So if you guys look at the back office here, let me see if I can pull this up. Should be able to pull this up. Okay, let me share this with you. Share screen. Okay, so when I look at this right here, this is a live back office live chart, right? So if I go for the last month, right? You see the growth? It goes boom, boom, and it doesn't go up by a lot yet because there's still, this is still too new, and they're literally playing with 10 cents up to $1 range, right? But it goes like this. Last year, see, a year, now it's split. $1, boom, split down to 10 cents. That's their strategies. They want to grow like that. And then when they're done splitting, it's going to go like this because that's going to be all the tokens that's ever created, and then it's just going to appreciate in value. And because they have, they're following Alibaba model. So, have an eBay-like platform or Alibaba-like platform to where the only way you can purchase stuff is with U tokens, and that's a really, really clever strategy because that's the kind of approach that they'll be pushing over to the Western communities, and I think that's when the true explosion is going to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean it's up 40% since October.
yeah. I mean it's crazy. It's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah. When I look at this right here, this I kick myself, but hey, it is what it is. Imagine getting started over here for 6 cents with BitToken and cashing out over here, at $900. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Hey, Vic, maybe this is a little early to ask, but when are we going to have an opportunity to actually dive in and get involved into this? And how are we going to know that whatever we invest in, we actually own, and all that stuff?
So when you can get started when you start with whichever package you want to start with. Okay, just send your info to this email right here.
Okay, so again, guys, this is what I was talking about. That is not the email that you want to use because it will end up going into a black hole. So you want to make sure that if you do want to get started, just make sure that you folks, just send me an email personally.
But after the money is wired, you scan the receipt.
Oh, you know what, guys?
Right?
I skipped ahead a little bit. Let me go back. I don't want you guys to miss this. All I'm saying is don't use that email, okay? Use my email.
When you look at this, when you wire the money, right now you have this manual process, kind of pain in the butt, but you gotta deal with it. You gotta go to the bank and wire the money, and when you wire the money, what you do, we'll send you instructions. But after the money is wired, you scan the receipt, right? You'll reply back with that receipt, and then with your information, username, password that you want to create, whatever. And they'll create a login for you and send you a login. And then you'll have your own back office to log into. So you literally position yourself right now. The reason that I think is important for you guys if you're thinking about getting started is to at least get into whatever level you want to get into if you're going to do this sooner than later, because as people are, we're going to be rolling this out to the certified partners here pretty soon, right? And then HTA Elite, and so my strategy was this: get yourself positioned if you want to do this, right? If you want to build, and then what we can do is we can schedule hangouts with. If you have a team, if you have a list, we can schedule hangout with your list and literally put all those people in your downline. I will be doing promotions, and I don't need to build in width. I want to build in depth. Okay, so if you guys are, if you guys are going to be, from the front line, that's why I didn't want to really invite like 1,000 people, because it would be too crazy for us to manage this whole thing. But literally everything else is going to go. You guys are literally going to be the front line for me, right? And then everything else is going to go in depth. So all my marketing, everything else is going to go down. So it'll go under your in your downlines, in your tree. So when you look at the comp plan, let's see, you still see my screen? Yeah, you still do. So when you look at the comp plan over here, this is how it kind of goes, right? You got your left leg, you got your right leg. To me, this is still French. I still don't get it. I will, in a little bit here, but I don't really care about the comp plan. Just like with Empower, I didn't care about the comp plan. That's why I didn't explain it on the first webinar. Yeah, I didn't understand it. But you got your right leg, left leg, and that's really all you need. Everything else is just put down, and it just compresses up to you. All those percentage points, depending on which level you are. I will send you guys this info. Once you email, I'll send you this info. You can take a look at this. There is another thing. This is advanced. So there's a couple things. One, this is a big secret, big insider information. I don't think a lot of people will realize this, and I think the company might actually change this later once they realize it. But right now, you can actually hold multiple positions if you want. Think how powerful that is. You can hold multiple positions if you want. Right now, it's perfectly okay with the company, because they don't get of the kind of stuff, how much damage we can do as marketers, and damage meaning how many people we can bring to this thing, right? Very, very quickly. So you can literally sign yourself up, and then you can sign yourself up a little bit further down, whatever, right? And you can profit from the management bonuses and these development bonuses multiple times if you wanted to. Okay, don't go out start talking about this to other people yet, because this is a little bit advanced stuff, and again, I'll get a lot clearer on this probably at the end of this next week. But there's also a global turnover incentive bonus. This is for people who want to or have the ability or have the money to claim this spot. So basically, is whatever level you get into, there is 6 more levels of that same level, or 6 more spots of that same level is reserved for you for the first 30 days. So if you got into level 3, right, you can literally claim your 6 more spots of level 3 and place them. You'll see when you see your genealogy in the back office, you'll see what I mean. But place yourself in those spots, and you're coded for life to get 1% of the global turnover. So if the company does $10 million a month, you're getting whatever the percentage you're getting. So let's see, 1 star, or they don't get anything. 2 star don't get anything. 1 star or 3 star starts at 1%. 4 stars 2%. 5 stars. So you're literally getting like 2% of the entire company's turnover. So if it's $10 million, it's like $4,000 just comes to you naturally. You don't have to even do anything. Every single month. If they go to 20 million, whatever a month, you do the math on it. Pretty mind-boggling stuff. Again, I'm not, I'm not in a position to speak intelligently on this just yet. This is just, from what I understand, we will have a lot more clarity on this kind of stuff very, very soon.
Hey Vic, I know it's kind of early, but I'm just curious. Do you have a timeline on when the system you're building, like when that might be done?
We have not started. We're building HDA right now, so we don't want to diverse our focus. High Traffic Academy, whatever we're going to do is going to complement High Traffic. So High Traffic Academy is the single biggest focus for our team right now. Okay, I've done my job, what I needed to do for High Traffic. So I'm kind of, a lot of weight is off my shoulders right now, and I can breathe a little bit better now. So the team is implementing right now. The biggest holdback is with the merchant processing and getting that stuff set up and linked to reporting and all that stuff. High Traffic is going to launch. In the meantime, right now, like I said, next week I'm flying out to meet with Jameson. I predict we will have a system probably within a month. I don't really think it's going to be that important for us to have a system before UFund comes up with an online processing solution, so that people don't have to go to the banks manually and do this stuff manually, and get involved like that. So they will have an online portal to where people can log in, they can purchase, and it's going to be a lot cooler. So I think within a month. What we can do in the meantime is, Miles, this would be your case, maybe Ella, maybe whoever else, is if you have people who you think might be, if you have maybe emerging leaders or people who kind of...
Hey guys, we're almost done. I just wanted to stop and just clarify something, because someone mentioned something to me, and I don't want there to be any confusion whatsoever. The email, I don't see why this would be an issue to begin with, but the email that Vic had up on the screen where it said something like Secret Jan 22, and I was telling you to use my email address. Again, guys, this was recorded 2 weeks ago. That email is actually an email that would go to Vic. So all the people that were on this Hangout 2 weeks ago and that decided to get started, we're all directly under Vic, okay? Now, what happens is you just can't join. In other words, you just can't join UFund. You have to join someone. So the way we have this structured is whoever is presenting the information to another person, and that becomes a referral, you join them. Again, Vic presented this to me, so all of us that joined, we are now under him. And then all the people you see here on this Hangout, they're able to go out, and do the same thing and build their own teams. So the problem is, if you use that email that I sent you, in other words, Vic Vic just explained he's not interested in building wide. He's interested in building down. So no more emails should be coming to Vic. Do you understand what I'm saying here? No more emails should be coming to him. He's already built his little core team, and then those of us that are on his core team, we're building down and wide wherever else we want to do. So like I was saying, okay, I'm sharing this webinar with you that took place 2 weeks ago. And the people that are on this panel that you see, they were the only ones that were invited. Simple as that. Then Vic did not want us sharing this with anybody else. I asked Vic, would it be okay if I shared this, with some other people, maybe a few people on my team? And he said yes. That's why you're getting this from me. So if you want to become part of UFund, totally up to you. If you want to become part of that, you have to send me the information, and then I will send you. You send me an email, let me know you're interested. Then I will send you back instructions on exactly what to do, where to wire the money. No, you're not going to wire the money to me. You're going to wire it to the instructions that I'm going to send you, at the bank that I'm going to send you. And after you've done that, then you're going to email me your proof that you sent in your wire, and then your account will be set up. It's that simple. So let me continue.
Get on your radar or whatever. You want to introduce them to this concept? We'll be more than happy to jump on a call with you guys and explain this and help you out, get those people exposed to this and tell them what's going on if they want to get involved. Right now it's about positioning, right? You don't really want to wait till the price is double or triple because you're going to be losing some money. But it's position, and then getting start thinking about the people you might want to introduce this to, some of the builders, if you want to build this thing. Otherwise, if you just want to get yourself a spot, get yourself a package, and just sit on it and just focus on whatever else you're focusing on, and just wait until this thing to appreciate and then cash out, that's totally cool too. I'm going to be building this. I'm going to be exploding this thing and taking it to the moon.
You plan on doing the same?
So it's just too good not to. It just doesn't make any sense not to. Especially right now. Like in 3 years, we might not even do this. But up until that, why not? A lot of people can benefit from it.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, MJ?
All good, thank you. Great, we love it, and we're definitely in. So just a question on the presentation that you showed us.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to have access to that, or is the way to go bring the people on the Hangout and you'll share it you did with us.
I'll send you. I'll put together. How about this? How about we'll put together a quick script, Paul? Maybe we should do this. We can put together a quick script to where you guys can, like, once you like your whatever package you want to get into, you'll be put in a database, and then we'll set it up so that you will have a URL that would that you can put your ID or your username or something at the end of that, and then we can actually have the same presentation, or we can shoot a video or a Hangout or whatever with this presentation included, and just kind of talk about this. And then you can show that to other people if you wanted to. And then below that, they can opt in and get on your list. And then you will be notified when that happens so that you can follow up with them and get them started. Right now, it's a manual process. So it's again, I kind of hate it, but it is what it is. But absolutely, that's totally doable. Yeah, we can probably knock it out in 2 days.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we can start pre-framing and mouth to mouth just to get people up. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Sounds good, Vic.
Cool. All right, everybody. That's it. So let's see. Looks like somebody's texting.
Vic, I have a quick question on a side note. Do you have the date for the HTA 2.0 Phase 2 launch?
HTA Phase 2 launch?
Yeah.
Who was that talking? I'm sorry, I didn't look at this.
UG.
Oh, UG, yeah. Bro, we have, I'm not sure if you attended our meeting that we did on when was that, on Saturday, I think, last week?
Yeah, I missed that.
We are, as far as the date for launch, man, it's past that date. So right now, we're pushing this to launch as soon as possible. But we cannot compromise some things because ClickBank, the biggest challenge for us right now, guys, is ClickBank has new CEO, they have new management, they have new account manager for us, and since we haven't processed with them for like 2 years at least, since High Traffic 1.0, we lost that account manager, and obviously there was a big gap. And right now their rules is, they don't pay out more than $150 per sale to an affiliate. So if you go out there and you sell High Traffic and it's $1,000, the most you can get paid as an affiliate is $150. I don't think you would like that. So we can launch it right now, like literally today, but you'll be getting paid like $150 max per sale.
Okay.
And unless you want to do that, we can launch today. But I don't think it would be a good idea. So we're looking at other solutions. We're looking at there's a Click Better solution that we're looking into pretty heavily right now, and actually had a conversation and a meeting with the founders last night. There's some pros, there's some cons with that.
Okay, guys, so I don't want to bore you with the rest of this stuff. Vic's talking about High Traffic Academy, which is going to be launching probably about in a week or two. We were looking for a processor because ClickBank made some changes. So in an effort to save time, guys, let me just kind of skim over that a little bit. I think there's like 5 minutes left for the presentation. So let me just skim over that real quick and just make sure that we're not missing anything that's dealing directly with UFund.
Other people don't, right? And I don't really like the idea of people associating High Traffic Academy brand with something that has a really bad reputation. So that's something that we're looking into and kind of weighing pros and cons. There's another solution we're looking into is Stripe. Anybody?
Again, Vic is talking about he was searching for a processor to process commissions and earnings from ClickBank, which I believe he's found one now. Again, guys, this is 2 weeks old, and you guys got to hear some behind the scenes inside information about High Traffic Academy. So let's continue.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paul can tell you. I mean, we've been working on this thing like nonstop. 5, 6 o'clock.
He doesn't sleep, man. He doesn't sleep.
Somebody's on it. Somebody's on it all the time.
Crazy. This guy's crazy.
Implementing. So, all right. Any other questions, guys?
Folks, let me say something, Vic.
Yo.
Hey, those of you guys that are gonna act fast and email fast, obviously I will process that for him, but we will place you first at the top. So you gotta act fast. You're the first one came in, people, the next one's gonna go under you. But the whole volume down the road is gonna benefit you at the very top. So you gotta act fast. That's all I tell you. I'm not gonna hype things, but
hey, Paul,
do it fast.
You know what I think, Paul? I think we should put you as a pitchman for this thing, man. You got the urgency thing you going. No, but this is like we're not like this is not the thing that like with Empower. I had my front line was like 2,700 people, right? Over here, I don't need it. You know, I literally I can take 2 leaders and I can put everybody else under them, and that's it, and just focus on building in depth. And we can run co-ops, we can run, and I can do my own research because I benefit for the entire depth of the organization. You'll be the same. So if you have leaders, put them.
Okay, guys, there's about a minute left of this presentation, and what I want to do, this is working out pretty good. There's questions coming into my email, so I want to be able to answer them live right here and now. You know what, guys? There's like a minute left, so let me get through this presentation with Vic. There's like a minute left, and then I'll check my emails, and I will answer some questions live right on the Hangouts. Let's get this done.
Right under you, and then start helping them and helping those people. If people decide to build this, but they don't have to build it totally, to really profit. They can just profit by just getting in, watching this thing as they continue to focus on whatever they're focusing on.
Hi, Vic. I didn't get a chance to say hi.
What's up, Melanie? Good to see you.
Good to see you, and I apologize. I didn't know I was on camera eating. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh,
it's great. I really liked it, man. I texted him like, "Hey, you're making me really hungry."
I was like,
well, you gotta be careful with technology these days. You never know.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, Vic, thanks for sharing this with us. It's awesome.
Yeah, no problem, John. Everything good for you, bro? I know you had. Sorry for your loss, man. Everything good? Family good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, appreciate that. And so I woke up yesterday and said it's time to get rolling. So
yeah,
I'm ready.
Cool.
Yeah. So
all right, everybody. Well, guys, I'll let you go. If you want to get more info on this, you want to get in whatever, position yourself. Email. We'll have Paul's going to be handling this stuff. I won't have the time for it. I'm flying out to meet these guys. I think. I don't know. I have a good feeling about this, and usually when that happens, usually good things are on the horizon. So that's it. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Vic.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Vic.
Okay, guys, we're done for now with the presentation that Vic presented to me 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and it always makes me nervous when I do that. Your screen sharing, stop sharing. Okay, I'm still here. Good. All right, guys, so hold on just 1 second, folks. I just turned my camera off for a second, and we're going to wrap it up, guys, in just a second. Okay. Let me turn my camera back on. All right, folks. So that's it, guys. Again, just human nature. I know, you folks are going to have, questions about whatever. And guys, the questions will continue. I mean, whatever questions I'm able to answer now, there will always be more, especially when it comes to a platform like this. Understand that. Those of you that do want to get started, I will be sending you guys information that goes more into the compensation plan, explains what we're doing. Vic will be also communicating with us, even though he's flying out to Asia. They'll be talking about this more. And again, guys, I want to be very, very clear here. I want to be very clear. I'm going to say a couple of things. Okay. What I wanted to end the night with, I'm going to say now. And then I'm going to answer some questions, and then we'll call it a night, because I know it's getting late, guys. Appreciate you being here. You folks know me. I'm a marketer. I'm an internet marketer. I make money online. I'm also a businessman, entrepreneur. I'm a salesman. I sell stuff. That's how we make our money. So with that said, now that I got that out, folks, I am not here trying to sell you anything. Believe it or not, I'm not. I'm really not trying to sell you anything. I'm giving people that I consider not just team members, but friends. You know, maybe you're a distant friend, but you know, you trusted me in the past. You've joined my team. And again, I didn't send this to my whole team. I only picked out certain people. And you're like, well, Miles, why'd you do that? Well, I got my personal reasons why I only picked out certain people. So I wanted to make you aware of this business model. If you decide that it's not for you, or you don't want to get in this, then don't do it. I'm not going to be following up with you. I'm just letting you know. Normally, as a marketer, I'm trying to sell something. I'm going to follow up. Hey, you going to join? Hey, you going to join? Hey, remember that thing? Hey, you going to? No. You're not going to. In a way, I do that with my list I do it in a nice way with my list, but I'm not going to be doing this here. I'm giving you an opportunity. I really am. I'm giving you an opportunity, if you can see the vision, to change not just your life, but generations of your family down the pike. So people that I invited to this hangout, I will not be following up with you. If you decide that this is not for you, or you think it's a distraction that you need to focus on something else, which is not, because Vic's going to be building a system, and you don't even have to grow a team. You can just let your purchase of U tokens increase in value, which they will. You don't have to do anything. But I think most of the people that are here, which is why I invited you, you'd like to make a business out of this and refer other people under you, where you're profiting and benefiting from those people. Totally your choice, but I'm letting you know. This is just an opportunity I presented to you, okay? I don't like to call it an opportunity, but it's not a biz hub. This is a very unique business model, okay? Just like Bitcoin was 3 years ago, even though Bitcoin is nowhere near as good as this. So, you know, I just want to be clear about that, guys. I'm not going to be following up with you. Hey, so you're going to get some? No, because folks, I'm telling you right now, I am busy enough. There are people, okay? Yeah, there's a few besides you folks, okay? Let's be real here. There's a few people I told besides you folks. And those people have went to town already. They've exploded. They are referring people, bringing people in, and naturally they're coming back to me with questions, which is fine. So in a way, the cat's already out of the bag. However, these are the people that have gotten involved in UToken, and there are people that are involved in UFund and UToken before Vic got involved. They don't have what we have. They don't have Vic. And they don't have Vic's knowledge and expertise on how to build a system. They don't have that. In fact, UFund doesn't have much of a marketing platform as it is, because those guys, you know, they're businessmen. I mean, they're not marketers. They need marketers to explode this thing in the U.S. as well as around the rest of the world, which is what we're going to be doing. So I just want to be clear about this. This is not one of those things where I'm trying to get you guys to join and then I'm going to be following up with you. No. What I'm presenting to you tonight, this is it. If you want to take part in our vision, you want to benefit from this business model, you send me an email. If I don't get an email from you, well, then that's that. So I have another computer here, guys, which is why I'm looking over this way. You know, I want to check some questions just real quick, guys, and then I'm also going to take a look at the the Hangout chat to see if there's any other. I'm going to try, guys, to answer as many questions as I can real quick. It should take me maybe about 10 minutes or so. So our timing is not too bad. So let's see what we have here. I see some comments, people when they get started. Okay. Cool. And I'll take the time to say this now. I know that there's some of you on this Hangout that have already been introduced to this opportunity. I know that. I said that in the email that I sent you, that somebody else may have already approached you. That's fine, because, guys, it's like anything else. We're dealing with money here, okay? We're dealing with a, you know, a new, for lack of better words, opportunity. I like to call it a business model. And, you know, quote, the word is out. However, the word may be out, but becoming part of Vic's core team, or becoming part of my core team, which makes you part of Vic's core team, that's a little bit unique. And guys, again, of course there are other people that are talking about this. If somebody approached you a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, and you want to work with them, go ahead. That's fine. I still love you. We'll still be friends. You know, again, I've been very successful online, been blessed, my wife and I. I know how to build teams. I know how to build a business. I know how to make money. And I'd like to share, not that I know it all. I don't know it all. I'm learning every single day. But the knowledge I do have and been blessed with, I like to be able to share with my friends. You know, it's no fun at the top all by yourself, trust me. I always like to bring my friends with me. So let's see here. There was a question here. Okay, where was it? There was a question here. Okay, someone's asking about how can you profit from building a downline. That information, I will be, in other words, if you want to get started, I'll be sending that to you. In other words, if you're interested, I'm going to send you some information. Now, the information I send you, you don't have to do anything. I'm going to send you information that explains the compensation plan downline. And at that point, just because you're getting information from me doesn't mean that, well, now you're like, you have to get started. It doesn't mean that. I don't have time right now to go over the total comp plan, but here's what I will tell you. Where is it? Hold on one second, guys. I want to try my best to answer these questions. So let me see if I can find my I had something here. Maybe I can find it real quick. Okay, guys. So what's going to happen is, as people come in, as you refer people, each person you refer, depending on what level of star you are. For example, if you're a 1-star, you refer somebody, you are going to earn 7% of their package. If you're a 5-star, you're going to earn 12% of their package. So the 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 stars, the scale is 7%, 8%, 9%, 10%. For example, if you come in as a 3-star, you're going to earn 9% referral bonus of everybody that you introduce this opportunity to. They're going to actually come in under you. They're going to be part of your downline. That's called a referral bonus or commission. And then there's a development bonus, which I'm not going to take time to explain right now. It's an additional bonus. As you're building a team, you're going to be allowed to take part of a development bonus, bonus number 2. Then there's also a management bonus, which by having a downline, you can participate in a management bonus. Also, there's a global turnover incentive bonus, which is like a bonus pool that, you know, whatever the company makes within, you know, makes during that time period within a year, you can also, you'll also get a bonus from that, but you'll need to be set up a certain way to do that. And that will be explained to you in the documentation I'm going to sell you. So to sum it up, folks, there's 4 bonuses. There's 4 ways. If you decide to build a team, if you decide to market, there's 4 streams of income where you can profit. Now, if you just refer people and you do nothing else, well, you'll receive a referral bonus. Commission, okay? If you don't want to build a team or you don't want to market this, you don't need to. You can simply just sit back, keep an eye on the value of the U token, and watch as it rises over weeks, over months, and you can get out, you can cash out, get out whenever whenever you want to do that. So let's see. There was a question. I still can't find it. There was one question here I still can't find. And guys, if I don't get to all of your questions right now, every single question you guys sent me, like, one of you guys sent me a question, I will answer those questions and email you back. I will email you back with an answer if I have it, guys. I don't know everything, okay? I know enough, smart enough to have gotten started. I will answer every one of your questions, email you back before I send you any information, so you can make a firm decision, okay? So let's see here. Let me close this one here. Okay. I'm just looking, guys. There was one question I really wanted to answer live, and here it is. Here it is. Someone asked me, "Hey, Miles, I'm very interested in this. One question: Will starting now interfere with the platform that will be attached to HTA 2.0? Good question. No. Starting now, guys, I'm just telling you, this is all about positioning. Starting now will give you an advantage for when the system is built. Thank God I started 2 weeks ago, because I certainly wouldn't want to. Well, I would do it, but I'll say it this way. I'd be very upset if now here's this system out that Vic created. We all have an opportunity to promote. And now I'm just hearing about U-Token, U-Fund, and I'm like, man, that sounds great. And I'm just now getting in, but the system was already built. For me personally, I don't know about you, but for me personally, I'd be highly upset. So no, guys, that's what timing is everything, folks. That's why I'm sharing this with you now. I'd like to get you folks, if you want to, I'd like to get you folks positioned before the system is built, because you're going to be able to promote it now. Maybe you have other people that are interested. You'll be able to start promoting it now, even before the system is built. The video presentation that Vic shared with you inside of the presentation I showed you, I'm going to give you access to that video sales page, that video sales that video sales page. I will give each and every one of you access to that, and then you are free to go ahead and show people that video presentation. It's about 37 or 38 minutes long. It's the presentation that you saw inside of here. You'll be able to share that with anyone that you think might be interested. And then if you have someone that's interested, they won't be getting back to me. They'll be getting back to you. And then you'll let me know, hey, Miles, I have somebody that's interested. I have somebody that I'm referring. And then, you'll send me their wire information for now. You'll send me their wire information, and then I'll submit that off. Now, guys, real quick, because I know that I was wondering about the same thing. Right now, it's a manual process where you guys need to wire money to the bank. In 2 weeks, it's going to be an automated process. I believe it's 2 or 3 weeks, Jameson said. You're not going to have to do it the manual way. For now, you do. But trust me, guys, this thing is growing. This is going to be big. So we're going to have this automated where, you'll just have a link, and people will get your link, and then they can just join U-Fund. But for now, guys, and again, we are keeping this small, but it's exploding. For now, the process is you will have to wire the money, wire your funds to the bank, and then your wire receipt. I will need to get proof of that, and then I'll submit that to Paul. Paul Franco, Vic's support guy. Paul's actually in the process of setting up accounts, so it's a little time consuming. And Paul's actually going to give me access to also set up accounts to smooth things over. So again, because I could stay on here all night talking about things, and I'm not going to do that. I want to. It's getting late. You know, I want to respect your time. So any additional questions you folks may have, feel free, you know, to send me an email. And let me just check something else, guys. I want to check my notes to see if I had something I wanted to share with you that I might have missed. Let's see. I don't think so. No. I think the last thing I will say, guys, is that, you know, with this UFund UToken business model, that, again, I want it to be very clear. There's two ways you can profit. Two major ways. One way is by, you know, purchasing UTokens and sitting back. Really, guys, sitting back, relaxing, and watching the value increase. The other way is by helping us bring UToken to the rest of the world. That's my primary vision and goal is to bring UToken to the rest of the world, and I will be doing that. I will be doing that, folks. I'll share a side note with you before we end this. A side note I want to share with you. A strategy, guys. I'm glad I remembered this. Wow, I almost forgot to tell you this. Let's say you purchase two separate UToken packages. Doesn't matter what number of stars. You purchase two packages. Let's say you purchase a 2-star package and a 3-star package. Okay. What you can do, and I've done this, Vic's did it, Paul's did it, strategy, folks. You can actually, let's say, okay, I'll tell you what I did, and then you guys can model this if you want to. My wife and I, we purchased a 4-star package, okay? And then what we did is we also purchased a 3-star package. That was 2 weeks ago. We purchased more packages now. But initially, we purchased 2 packages. Listen carefully, 2 packages. And what we did is the one package, of course, is under Vic. And then our second package, we placed under ourselves. Yes, you can do that. You can't do that with these biz ops that's out there. You can't do that. Like with Empower, you can't have 2 accounts. You can't have 2 accounts. You definitely can't place one on the other. They find out, they'll shut down your account. But this is not a biz op, guys. It's not. The business model compensation plan is called a binary. There's 2 legs. We'll talk about the compensation plan another time. But there's 2 legs. It's a binary compensation plan. So what we did is we took the one package. We had one package. It doesn't matter which goes where. We took the one package, my wife and I, and we placed the other package that we purchased underneath the first package. And what happened? We got paid. We received a referral bonus on the second package we bought. So how much was that? I think my wife and I, we profited just like that. We profited, I think it was like $700 or $800 because that's what our bonus came out to. So it's almost like, it was like another person joined under us, but the other person was us. See, guys, you're allowed to do that here. You can purchase tonight if you want to. Well, when I send you information, you can purchase 1 package. You can purchase 10, 20 packages. Of course, you're not going to do that in the beginning. I know that. I'm just letting you know, you can purchase as many, you can purchase 1 package or as many as you want in any combination, 2-star, 3-star, 4, whatever. So for those of you that plan on purchasing more than 1 package, we will do the same thing with you. I will make sure that your other package is placed under one of your packages, and boom, just like that, you'll earn a commission that quick, just that quick, as well as your UTokens will be rising in price minute by minute, day by day. And oh my God, I cannot wait until they split. See, I understand splits, guys. I did used to do some stock investing years ago. When this thing splits, the value of U token will go down. And that's a bad word. They won't go down. It's because it's splitting. So if you start out with 1,000 U tokens and it splits, you're going to have 10,000 U tokens. Now, the value of those 10,000 need to remain the same. Am I right? You have 1,000 U tokens. Say they're like valued at $1 a piece. You have 1,000. And now there's a split, which is going to happen, guys. Trust me. It's going to happen. I believe we're going to have 2 splits. I know we're going to have at least 1. I believe 2. So when that splits, this is just an example, guys. Now you have 10,000 U tokens. So, of course, per U token, the price is less. But what's going to happen? Now those 10,000 you have, because it's split, they're going to continue rising again. Guys, all you need to do is look at any trading commodity, whether it's gold or silver. Look at any market, and then you can understand how splits occur and why people get so excited when there's a split. And when it splits the second time, which I also believe it will, I've been going through hours and hours of literature looking everything I can find on UFund and UToken, and everything I found is good, folks. When it splits the second time, and I believe it will, the indicators are saying that it will split not once, but twice. The second time it splits, then they're going to go public. Then it's going to hit the NASDAQ. It's going to be an IPO. And then, maybe I shouldn't say this. What the hell? There's only so many of you on this Hangout. Certain people that I brought up this business model to and said, Miles, I don't know. I'll wait. And then somebody told me, Miles, somebody already pitched me, which I don't pitch people. I don't consider this a pitch. I consider this an opportunity. Those people, no, I'm not going to go back to them individually and rub it in their face. However, I will be posting results a year from now. I'll be posting results all along, but a year from now, February 2016, I'm going to talk about this Hangout where I handpicked certain people to come on, where my UFund value was as of today, February 8th, 2015. And now here we are, fast forward a year later, February 8th, 2016. I'm going to compare the two, and I'm going to post it on Facebook, and then we'll see. So anyway, guys, that's all I have tonight, guys. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Last thing I will share with you is, if you are excited and you do see the vision, I'd love to work with you, help you make a ton of money in 2015, 2016, and 2017. If you don't think this is for you, that's fine, folks. That's fine. I get the feeling that from the comments I'm looking at here that everybody that I invited has made a decision that it is for them. But again, if it's not for you, fine. You know, I don't want you folks to be pressured into anything and you can't see the vision. You know, just because, you know, one person likes, you know, a certain type of food doesn't mean that everybody's going to like it. So, real quick, guys, hold on one sec. Okay, so I got a ton of comments on my other computer there, so I'm going to look at those when we are done, folks. Let me just check here real quick, too. I'm going to look at those emails that I've been sent. I'm also going to look at the comments in the Hangout. And I just want to be very, very clear, folks. What I'm talking about here, I'm not going to talk about again, except to my core team. I'm not going to be blasting information on Facebook. We'll not be doing that, although there may be some people doing that. Those are amateurs. You guys know where my focus is. You guys know I'm involved in 2 other businesses. Does this make a third business? Yes. But this is a very unique business model where if I happen to get so busy and I don't feel like marketing this thing, guys, I don't need to do anything. I could just sit back every now and then, check on the value of U token, and just sit back while my position continues to grow. However, guys, I'm a marketer and I love what I do, so I'm going to be marketing this. So that's it, folks. Thank you for coming out tonight, guys. I appreciate you so much. I know we've been on for, actually it's 11:06. So we've been on for 3 hours on the dot. Wow, 3 hours on the dot. So that's about it, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. This is big. It's going to be bigger. Vic is behind this thing 100%. He is totally immense in this. You guys know he's flying out to Asia. So if Vic is doing that, this thing must be pretty serious. Thank you, folks. I appreciate you. I look forward to working with you if you guys decide to get involved, guys. Have a great rest of the weeks. Have a great rest of the week. And you guys have a fabulous night. You take care.